recap, y'all met. Y'all ended up joining the Mercancy Trading Guild and completed your first job as taking supplies to another ship where you had heard about a race that was happening. And after completing your job and getting a new job, you realized that this race was on the way to your new job. And ended up stopping to watch it and play some bets. Maybe rent another boat until Bronzebeard was like, our boat's racing, here you go. And everyone was just like, well, fuck you, Bronzebeard.
Maybe.
However, after the grumbling had all occurred, some modifications occurred to the boat to get it prepared for the race to come, and y'all lined on up and went for it and managed to squeak on by into the finish line to win after a harrowing attempts and frequently finding yourselves at the center of a lot of the other ship's attention, especially after firing immediately off the line.
Just first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
Move out into the front. Shoot everybody.
Yep, that's pretty much what we did. Yes.
Yep.
But nevertheless managed to survive the meteor storm that was triggered in a trap and still crush the finish line in first place, winning 10,000 gold pieces. The crew managed to make it back to the makeshift flotilla that was there mainly for the race to gain their prize, to receive their prize, as well as join in the festivities of surviving the race and for a race well done. So, that is where we pick up. Y'all have retrieved your bounty, and everyone is starting to make their way towards what you now see, or what you did not see previously, because it wasn't there until after the race, is a big kind of like carnival like tent that's up among several different decks. And it has a bunch of tables, and you can tell that this is the happening place for the merriment and shenanigans that will be taking place with all of the alcohol and other post-competition revelry. So,
If I remember correctly, aren't you and I passed out from moonshine shots?
We woke him up.
but it's
Okay.
yes,
We were kicked away.
Kicked
you
awake.
guys
That's
away.
correct. That's right. I gotta
Yes.
remember
And
that.
guess
My
what?
ribs are bruised.
That hasn't stopped me. I'm buying rounds forever. Let's go.
Tor doesn't drink, so don't waste your money.
We're gonna get you some kids'
Surely
drinks. Don't
come.
worry.
Well, I think also Warburton doesn't drink as well. He doesn't.
I do.
Fine, juice for two.
Yes. Yes.
Juice for two.
Wheatgrass.
It's a juice.
There you go.
Juice of your choice.
Is that your dice?
I would like a
wheat-
flavorless
wheatgrass
juice.
dice? Yeah.
Yes.
Not ecto cooler.
No,
Okay.
yes.
Wheatgrass.
Yes,
Wheatgrass.
wheatgrass.
Y'all go with the crew and all the people who are flocking to and you see like this makeshift like banner that's clearly like hand painted, it's all crooked. It kind of looks a little
Did we
funky,
do
but
that?
you guys look at it and
I
you're
don't
like,
think so.
I think we would have done a better job.
Yeah.
It's not
Remember, you did pretty good.
Piecing
Our
together.
boat looks.
And it says, Four Corner Saloon, but 4 is the number 4. Corners is with a K. There's an E missing, and Saloon has an extra O in it.
Yeah, last I checked,
so,
we did well.
so you're like, oh, okay.
Put a lot of books.
Yeah.
But
I was
you walk
highly
in,
educated. So.
and there are tons of those like long tables where there's no like small private like tables. It's this big gigantic ones that you see like in Hogwarts, right? Those like big all classes, and you see some people are already tinkers in hand, eating. You see some card games going on, some dice games happening. And you see that there's a section in the corner that's been blocked off and appears to be some like a fighting ring happening there, and bets are being made, and there's a bar off to the other side that is just flowing with drinks. You don't see any food, but people are eating food. So not quite sure where the food's coming from, but there is food somewhere in the world. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm
Where's
going
our-
up.
where's the rest of our
I'm
crew?
ordering a round of whatever special it is.
Okay. Your crew is with you guys.
Okay,
Unless,
did we bring-
Okay,
unless,
sweet.
Can we put them out so we know?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So
They
yeah,
don't usually unless you can see them.
unless y'all have specifically told them not to join,
They'll essentially be with us.
they will be in the group, probably hanging out with y'all since victorious group, and might as well get to know the crew a little better of who they will be joining.
Is there anyone sitting at the end, like where, the king would sit?
There's no obvious hierarchy to the seating. It really does look like, and honestly, seats are relative. People are standing everywhere. They're sitting on the table. They're sitting on the benches. It's just kind of like you would imagine like the most unruly bar of like athletes or stuff like that. That post game, like we just won, we just lost.
It's the kind
y'all
of bar
get
that,
your ass kicked.
Right.
Y'all just did the kicking. That kind
Nice.
of like crazy and like speaking like a frat party. Let's do
Yes,
it like that.
alright.
Like a Greek party where you're just like, it's all for one, one for all. This is all temporary anyways. This is not so much permanent establishment. So if something gets broken, not a big
cares?
deal. Yeah. So it's definitely you feel there's really no rules here. Just do what you're gonna do.
all right. The champions have arrived.
The
so-
champions have arrived.
Can we request "We Are the Champions" to be played by whatever
I
band
feel
is
like we don't want to get too pompous.
Oh, no, we
did
are.
just win 10,000 gold, and everyone knows.
Right.
Pissed off a lot of
people too.
Yeah, but I do at least want to go let's party and celebrate
I was
because it was a
gonna say.
great race. It's a good race. We all did fantastic. So I want to be in that positive mood that I'm going in there. But
Bronzebeard walks in, expecting everyone to be
Wing
like, yeah.
well,
Everyone's looking above you. Everyone looks down. They're looking at the rest of us. He just extendos his legs, I'm here.
I always BB onto my shoulder and carry him towards the bar.
That's
so
right.
he'll feel like he's being brought in on the
Right.
He
Yes.
wanted the king's chairs.
You want to
so
keep
he might
chairs?
as
There you
well.
go. Yes. He should actually be on Warburton.
I can
He's
put him
tall.
on my shoulders, but he'd probably be hitting the beams in the room.
Right.
So, well, I'm gonna go over and go see what this, the betting fight things are. I'm not necessarily gonna buy it, but I just want to go see what it
I want
is.
to see you fight. Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm fighting. No, I'm not fighting. I'm gonna go watch what other people are betting on. I just want to see what kind of fights they are.
So you go to the fighting ring. So go get drinks. The bartender there is a gift. Busily making some drinks. You also see a dark team there, really making 6 drinks at once. That kind of multiple arms just doing their thing and look to y'all expectantly.
Do you have anything on special, sir?
Today we have, because no one ever does it, the diplomacy that you can take
Ooh.
advantage of. The only time that you will ever see anyone here use diplomacy.
Fair enough.
We also have the halflings in the trench and what was one of the other ones?
A barbaric rage.
Barbaric rage.
Yes.
Don't worry, it will only send you into a rage after the second drink.
She looks directly at our barbarian.
How's it going? Well, we definitely need to have a drink. So before we go meander around.
There's 6 of us and 2 of us don't drink.
So what do you
Well,
have?
plus we've got our crew here.
Yes.
But
And
We're missing a crewmate too.
I think I have that one too. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Chi
We left him back on the boat.
He's like,
He's busy
Guys?
eating other people's livestock.
Yes.
we wouldn't be saying that. He'd be thinking it
Yes,
to
he would.
himself.
Yes, he would be. Yes, you. And we would be like,
Thinking it to his dog.
we're like,
7, 8.
Chi in your head. Chi, don't eat all the people.
Don't get caught eating all the people.
We all just immediately forgot.
I think for now, let's go with 8 diplomacies, please.
Okay, and they
Alright.
start making on up and passing on out 8 little diplomacies and champions don't have to pay.
All right.
Thank you.
In the interest of that, cheers.
Cheers. And they also bring a diplomacy.
Excellent. And what is a good tip for them?
Mm,
What's considered a good tip?
I don't know. Yeah, what do you think?
I give him a gold.
Oh, there you go. Is I was gonna say, is the bar?
Throw
is,
gold
is,
at their face.
I go, thank you so much, and then I give him a gold, and I'm like, I like
If the
you.
bartender was a space hamster, I'd know what to go with.
Yes, that is true.
Those are
give him a
guards.
Wouldn't you be a
Aren't
little bit leery by now, though?
True.
Yeah,
I was thinking, we need to
if
go
another
purchase
space
more.
hamster
Yeah.
comes on, you gotta think maybe it's not really a space
No,
hamster.
he doesn't
No, he's
care.
not.
He wants a space.
Turns
hamster.
out, Bronster spent all 10,000 on gobo fruit.
No, that's why our captain's in charge
That's
of
why I
our
have the money.
finances.
Yes, I have the money.
I was
so,
going
yes.
to ask how we were going to split.
Well, I know we had talked about that we were going to repair, and then if there's any upgrades that we can do that we want to do, and then I definitely want to make sure that we all have money because we have 9,575.
Okay,
Nice.
so
No,
it's a worry
yeah.
for tomorrow.
Yeah. What? Oh, because we gave him 500 back. I was like, why do we have
Mhm.
500 less?
Oh.
Well, I told him.
Yeah, he spent money
Yeah,
for
he
an
spent
upgrade.
money.
He
Yeah.
loaned us.
I gave us money.
Well, that's your choice.
I know. Yeah, it's good.
Bronster
Yeah.
is also interested in this fighting ring.
Okay, so I think we should go over it.
We should go over to the
So take your drink and just
I'm
kind of
gonna
wander
go with them
around.
over there to look as well.
Yes.
So yeah, so you
I'll
see
follow.
this fighting ring, and you see, like I said, other dice and card games and whatnot. But the fighting ring, as you get up to it, you see a halfling and a dwarf going at what you see to be an unarmed hand-to-hand combat. You see people, making, doing the "Get him, Jeff!" and another one, "Get him, Bob!"
Jeff and Bob.
Yep. Nice.
And it's like trading hits back and forth, and then you see the halfling jump around the dwarf and just like knock him with the elbow right into it, and you see like the break of the nose and a little bit of blood drip out, and the dwarf goes, "Good one, little one." Fist bumps there, and the halfling's like, "Yeah, I got this." And goes over to who you see the dragonborn who facilitated the original race, being like, well done, Jeff." And gives him a little pouch coins. You see a bunch of money gets handed out to people who are like grumbling
better.
about, the dwarf losing, but then others are like, yeah, whatever. And the dragonborn comes in. Who would like to fight next?
I shoved BB into the ring.
Let's go.
He tumbles in like a tin can.
Aha! One of our champions! Excellent!
Could we put on a faux performance wherein we let BB win?
I mean, if one of you wants to jump in,
He's
that's
a
challenger.
fighter with a strength of like 9, so
Great for unarmed combat.
yes.
God.
Trying
Yeah.
to decide if we're
As I was pushing him in, I cast good. So.
Oh,
You got this.
And then I'm gonna be like, hey, you really have this. I'm giving you bardic inspiration.
Oh my goodness! I gotta figure out how do you do like unarmed attack on here?
I'm gonna jump in and square up.
Push the fist.
And another champion for the fight. Excellent.
Oh,
Yay.
in that case, I cast Hex.
Okay,
One.
I should pre-work this by saying I'm going to lose on purpose.
Like,
And
can
I
any-
go, you got a bardic inspiration. You got this.
Can anyone like communicate telepathically so we can be like place bets on like and we can
I have message.
well I mean
So,
kind of
I'm going to,
metagaming.
before I
but-
jump in, whisper to Cass that I'm going to throw a fight. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody or tell our people that
Well,
we gotta do
I mean, our people, but
I'll put $10,000 on BB. No.
Well, that's gonna be your own money. Anybody who's betting is their own money.
okay. So, I retrograde that. She's telling, hey, she's jumping in to throw, I'm like,
I'm just trying to make BB, like, on top of the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's already feeling pretty
I'm gonna
good.
I
bet
know.
10 gold on BB.
Alright.
We're just making his, fucking, what's it called? Through the roof. His
Yeah.
ego.
That's right.
Yeah.
I may only be this big, but my ego.
Is the
Is
size of our
size-
burden.
Right.
Yeah.
Good-sized ego.
He's in
It's
there
about 4
flexing
times
his little arms.
after he recovered from the initial shock of being put into the ring.
Alright, I bet 50 on BB.
So, bets come in, they go out, and then he goes, okay, no magic, no weapons. First one to draw blood, which will be first one to who have inflicted 20 hit points.
Okay, I was gonna say
I have
because I don't think I
24,
bleed, but
Yeah, so
I'm just getting the shit beat out of me. Please
No
stop.
blood yet.
Yeah.
No blood yet.
Please stop, I'm dead.
So the question is, so obviously you guys had damage too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah, 'cause we all
24
have
hit
it,
points.
because we were not supposed to do it until after we're done partying, so.
So unarmed strikes are typically, if you're not proficient in it, then it'll just be your strength modifier plus whatever you roll.
Okay.
And then it's 1 plus your strength modifier for damage. With a minimum of 1 damage. So if you have a negative,
Isn't it like a D4 you roll?
No,
if you are proficient in it.
Oh.
So,
Hey, I
yeah,
have 11,
typically
I have
unarmed
0.
is just 1 plus your
You
strength.
should have a plus one.
Unless you are an unarmed fighter,
0.
in which case then there are some dice. Like monks are unarmed, but they have skills, so they get more. They actually roll dice.
It's my unarmed strike, but I'm a little
Yeah.
bit more.
I was like,
Yeah,
you got
no
some
shit.
strength.
I have a fucking damage 0 listed on my unarmed strike.
Yeah, I have to say, like, my strength
Mine's
is plus
like
0.
3.
Yeah, mine is.
I have a
strength is
negative
-2.
1 to my strength.
Yeah, so
Well,
you
that
still
would
will
be
do
why.
1
Yeah.
damage.
Okay.
But
1 plus your
You're
It's gonna
hit
take a
is-
minute.
your hit is basically going to be a straight die roll.
I do too. So.
We're just like,
You can punch, kick, headbutt, or use summer blow, bludgeon equal to 1 plus strength modifier. Which my strength modifier is 0, so it's like
Yeah.
1 damage.
Better than me.
Dunk.
Okay.
I can break my
Roll
arm.
initiative.
all right. Let's see.
If you want to give him the first opportunity, you can roll a disadvantage.
Okay.
I have advantage because of this vest that he gave me.
Oh,
So
nice.
That's a 17.
Don't forget you have guidance and you have other stuff too.
what's my initiative? 19.
That's the first time I got to
Do
use
you
my
first.
bardic inspiration.
Yay.
I'm pretty excited.
So
All right.
we-
So
Knowing full well how long I
Bronzebeard.
stood.
So I'm assuming we're like 5 or 10 feet away from each other. We're like really
Yeah,
close range.
He's just punching me.
It's
in the
like
knees.
maybe a 10 foot by 10 foot
Whoops.
like box. Like, they did not. This is not the like actual like boxing ring or something like
They made
that.
this
They
in, like,
literally like
6
here's
minutes.
a little space. Just punch, grab. Okay, down.
Sweet. All right. Well, Bronzebeard is going to start off with a flourishing backflip. Yes, and then an attempt to punch.
Do it.
All right. Here we go. A natural 1.
Damn.
So
Okay, well, maybe BB's not going to win.
gets all ready, kung fu style, and is like, I'm gonna be fancy, and goes to do like this like backflip, land, like punch kind of thing, and doesn't execute the backflip, and just like, and
His like little cone is stuck in the floor.
Smack yourself in the
Get ready to
face.
remove like 10 gold that I bet.
I believe you have a second attack.
I do.
Yes. So all that's fair. It's just no weapons, no magic.
All right. So
No.
since I'm now on my
That's why
on my
I'm
like
getting
back,
ready to
I
remove
will
gold.
to kick her while I'm out.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Here we go. Ooh, this one's a little better. A 19 plus. What do I add to that? Negative 2.
Just 19.
Negative
Straight roll. So
Oh, straight roll.
Straight rolls for you guys. So 19.
Yep.
So 1 damage to you.
Woo!
This is gonna take
Little,
a while.
Seems like forever.
his little flaily kicks.
These one are gonna take a while.
So. Oh, I have
Punching
9
on
temporary hit points.
I would also say that
Oh, you have to free.
tap out works
You
too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can like I can like
So
maybe like.
you can grapple and tap out.
Oh, okay.
So
So
that
could
is
I
awesome.
just, with his hit, fall backwards to hide my laughter?
Make a
And-
performance check.
Just kind of lay there.
Yes. Make a performance check for your, WWE fight style.
The 15.
Okay, so you feel pretty confident that with you timed your movement just right with this kick to flop backwards animatically and just do like a woof, to hit the ground and they're like just like sprawled there, kind of like pretending that you have been incapacitated by this kick.
Nice. I will climb on one of the turnbuckles and I will like do a flying elbow while she's down. So is this like just a normal roll,
Just a
attack
straight
roll?
roll.
Okay.
Just a straight roll.
All right. All right. Ooh, a 14.
No, it does not hit.
So
Oh.
despite being
I've got plus 2 razor.
Oh, nice.
Good arch.
have advantage. She's on her back.
Okay.
Yeah. rolling,
like
giggling,
But
not paying attention.
so you are so busy trying to look good in the air as you go down that you don't realize that you're missing
You
one.
land next to him, and you just see Torrid like fucking losing it.
Right, and like right next to like, your head, you just got this like whoosh from him like landing like right here, you know, where you see.
No, I'm just like, so.
You start the landing. The landing is perfect and absolutely amazing, but you missed target.
But don't you have another attack? Or was that your other attack?
What do you want?
Oh yeah, okay, so we're right down there close. Headbutt. Here we go for the headbutt. 5.
You kind of forget that while your ego may be the size of World War X, you yourself are not, and do the like. Oh, but
There's like still like there's still like a foot there.
right, like he's not quite tall enough. You're just.
And the crowd goes wild.
I mean, hopefully they're
Laughter.
pretty drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, go, baby,
There's
you got
definitely
it.
people who are like, how did we lose to them? And how did they win?
Everyone else is like, we're way stronger than they are. We're way stronger.
Everyone else is like champions.
Yeah,
Right.
Bronzy,
Your turn.
Bronzy,
We got a chant going.
Bronzy.
So I'm going to.
Go engineer. That's how we walk. He's our engineer.
I'm going to throw a punch
Okay.
to make it look real.
Okay.
It's a 14.
19 is my.
So you
I hurt my hand.
you go to throw it, but you're also like unsure on what he's doing as he like rears back with the. I thought you were closer.
The
Like
audacity.
the like.
The audacity.
Well, not that busy. More of the like. Thought he was gonna headbutt you, but didn't. And right he goes, I didn't. You punch, and you don't quite get to where he was because he moved away. And how did I miss you?
Just
gonna
two
be a
children
long
rolling around in
fight,
the dirt.
So you only get the one attack?
I do only get
I'm
one
going to
attack.
attempt to grab her hand. Then.
Okay.
Alright, so is this just a grapple?
So this
Is
would
it
be
strength for strength grapple?
It'd be
or-
strength versus strength. Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we had.
Let's
strength versus strength, unless you're gonna let him grab your arm.
I'm gonna let him grab
Okay, roll just to make sure that you don't have
17.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say if you roll a 1, then you definitely don't. But you have successfully grabbed her arm and now have control over it.
Can
You
I,
have to
use,
grapple.
can I use my bonus action to like attempt to like
Armbar her?
Yes.
Yes. Make a
I
dexterity.
don't know what that is.
dexterity? Now,
Yeah,
this is
I was
something
gonna
I can
ask
do,
what armor was.
and will definitely fail now that I said that.
It's a way to like control someone by basically like, locking the arm into a position. And so police use
Go
it
law
all the
enforcement,
time.
Dad,
Yeah.
Go law enforcement
Well.
people.
12.
Sorry,
Okay,
no.
so
Military guys.
do you want
Oh,
to
excellent.
do
Thank
like an armbar, the armbar he's trying to impose on you, or whatever?
I'm sure that's quite uncomfortable.
It can be, yes.
Especially when it's a
Yeah.
thing of metal. pushing
Yeah,
down
I think
the
he's gonna
joints.
fight out.
Maybe
Tiny
he
little
has,
metal
like,
things
go
doing
against his
tiny little thing.
the trick that you did.
Okay.
14?
But
It's
yeah.
a fine.
That's right. So yeah, so
He's
you,
not going anywhere.
she tries to like, she realizes what you're doing. She's like, oh no, and you're like, she's got her like a nice like a like a wrist lock and
Nice.
armbar, and you're like, I got you. Your turn.
Okay. She's kind of pissed off now.
She's no longer.
Hellish rebuke.
No
No magic.
No
and
magic.
that'll automatically disqualify
It's
me.
not your magic.
So I'm just
Yeah.
going to throw my other arm.
That's your tiefling magic. It's not really inside of
It's
you.
a 4. I'm not doing it. She's so thrown off by the fact that he actually.
You have guidance. That's not gonna help anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
and it has passed by this point because
Yeah.
it's for like a minute, or until I get to you.
It's a few seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, bardic inspiration.
Oh, yeah, Bardic. But
That's not gonna help.
It
trying
still
to
won't
throw
help.
the butt.
Yeah, bardic is for 10 minutes.
Oh.
Mm.
So you're like, fuck it, PDA. This is not what I was thinking I was gonna do. And try to throw a punch, but he's like,
He's serious.
I got you control. You can't throw shit. He's like, I know this move.
His evil wizard comes out.
You're
going
We've done a total.
I'm
We've done a total of 1 damage. The whole fight so far.
saying we're like 4 rounds in, and yeah.
Yeah. Bronzy.
Alright, so I'm just gonna like
Hit
wrench on it
something.
and be like, say uncle. Do I need to do another strength check or what?
Wouldn't that be like another grapple?
Yeah, so do another, we're gonna do, strength, versus strength, unless you want to allow him to have it.
Boo, we want to see
You'll have
blood.
advantage since you already have her in control.
Okay.
Good test.
Yeah.
A natural 20.
It's a 5.
I
So,
actually break her arm. Like,
you not only have her in, but you managed to
Kangaroo
maneuver around,
bang.
so she's now flat on her stomach, arm behind the back. She
Bronzebeard's
ain't going
got one
nowhere.
hand
You are
in the
now
air.
restrained. You are no longer just grappled. You're restrained now. As he's like, Uncle.
Oh.
Uncle.
And the winner is the most unusual fight we've ever seen.
I'm gonna have to.
Alright. Add 50 gold, motherfucker. Give me my money.
I'm surprised you found someone to take that bet, but
Dude, look at you. Who wouldn't take that?
There's a few. So people, those who made bets, find yourself with 5% of what you had bet on top of what you got. So if you bet 50, 5% of that is what you got on top of like your money back.
Only 5%? Damn, you didn't have that many odds against you.
I guess.
Well, you're tiny and a skinny, dexterous, not strength-based individual.
We're both dexterity creatures.
And well, you don't necessarily have the same spindly look that he has to make it like, oh, you probably have some strength and could probably just whoop his ass.
I say, yeah.
And then
for
there's
his,
definitely some people
my
who are
13 strength.
and better than his 9.
Sorry, no,
Better
my
than
strength's actually
11.
a 6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, I know. I said my 13 versus his 6
Aren't you a
strength.
fighter?
Your strength is 6 as a fighter?
And my dexterity's 20, so I'm a dexterity-based
He
guy.
is all
Okay.
dexterity based.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought for some reason.
I'd say there's some weapons that are dex friendly that if you have those and
Okay,
you
that
have
makes
high
sense
dex,
I definitely did think it would be fun. Like
yes.
when I was putting my scores together, I was like, "Fuck it, 6th strength." Yep.
And
Hey, why
not?
it does work for the for being a very small creature with like thin arms, like
Right.
it works.
Yeah, it does. You are correct. No, I'm just like shocked. I'm like,
Let's
I
see the
have more-
barbarian fight the champion.
I was actually
God.
just gonna say, feeling a sudden sense of almost not himself inspiration. He decides he's gonna go in and put himself in the ring to whoever wants to challenge him.
Bronzebeard is going to ask the bartender if we can get 2 barbaric rages for my friend right here. And he's also going to go up to the Dragonborn and be like, "Who's your toughest champion?"
Oh, you want the toughest champion for this fight?
But this guy.
No.
Start drinking.
All right, so I'll go ahead and take both drinks and bet 100 gold on myself.
oh my gosh.
Once again, feeling this sudden compulsion that's not quite like himself, he decides to go ahead and jump into this.
Make a Constitution check with advantage for chugging 2 drinks immediately.
After you are already.
Oh, with advantage.
unconscious.
That's good.
Hey,
So that's
do not underestimate the moonshine.
Yeah,
Me
he
out,
should be knocking
and
back
knock
these
him
barbaric
out.
rages like it's nothing. He's
But
got,
he
like, iron
literally
stomach now.
was just woken up.
That's,
like, just keep you guys
D20.
awake.
Here we go.
12.
What's your
Plus-
constitution, Mon?
What's your constitution? One more.
Here we go.
Constitution is 3. Or would it be? No, yeah, constitution modifier. Plus 3. Is that a saving?
No.
So plus 3.
Alright.
So 15.
Oh, you're trying
You know, you feel a little dizzy at the moment, but you've already woke up from passing out once. You think you got this.
Alright. I'll say, would that be fine? About 100 gold! Chug, chug. Poof.
But I would say your first attack, you're a little dizzy, so your first attack will be with disadvantage.
Alright.
Dragonman goes, "Oh, we got you. Ox!" And he just like yelled it, and you just hear this thud, thud, thud as this orc, full-blooded orc, comes out, and he's like rippling with muscle. He's like 8 feet tall, just completely stacked. Yes?
Thanks, guys.
I feel like I want to bet 50 gold on you.
Dragonman goes,
Let's knock
You
these
have it
champions
all.
down a
Yeah,
peg.
this is my goal. Don't worry, I'm not using our goal.
I
Crack
bet
his knuckles.
"Okay."
100.
I'm gonna bet 100. I'm betting 50. Yeah.
Bronzebeard's like rubbing your shoulders, like, "You got this."
Yeah.
And
Too easy.
obviously,
This is-
the
Okay,
odds as you guys make your bets are more in favor for Ox than for Alden, given that he is a well-known fighter within this group of ragtag people,
The reigning champion, so to speak.
so to speak. Yes.
Bronzebeard says, "Just remember everything I taught you."
So is that
No, I'm gonna
plus
myself
6?
I'm not gonna say. You just rescued.
I was gonna
So I
say,
think that's to the
It's
that's
plus
to the
6
damage.
for him.
yes.
For unarmed
Uber
strike.
strong.
I was
Is
gonna
that-
say because you're strong
Yeah,
and you
just
should
one
be proficient in it because you're a warrior.
Because I'm able to do double fisted or double handed attacks, am I able to do double attacks?
Do you have
with
2
fists?
attacks as like
I
in
do.
general?
Yep.
Then yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I've
So-
leveled up and changed a few things. I get 2 attacks now.
Yeah, so it should be. Then you have 2 attacks.
They
plus
both get
2.
+6 or.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it'll get +6, and then it will be to hit, and then it'll be whatever your modifier is for strength. That +1 for your damage. Which I think is 3.
Strength is +5.
+5. Cool. So yeah. So.
Not cheat. We're giving them money so that because they cannot
Which path did you take again?
no one said no to it in there, but I was gonna ask everybody before we do it. I'll ask everybody because since they helped us get 10,000, be like, oh, here's your chance over. Yes,
To figure out financials and what the boat picks.
that's what I was thinking.
I'm not too I have to lead.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But I think a lot of us would like to have a little bit of kind of understanding.
Yeah, I mean, you just.
Primal path, I think. Path of the Berserker.
Yeah.
Where's
Oh, I'm close enough to
Yeah,
him.
there.
Bardic inspiration, you dude.
What does that do again?
Does it have to be done in secret, or is that okay?
The Bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
How are you bardically
No.
inspiring him?
So
You gonna
You
sing
go-
him a sweet song?
Well, but it's no magic.
oh,
So does it have to be like under the guise of
bonus
something, or
action,
is
a creature other than you within 60 feet that can hear you gains inspiration, a 1d6 for 10 minutes. The creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the
you're
roll,
inspiring
but
them with your
before
magic.
the
it
outcome.
depends
It
on the.
is magic.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, so then never mind. I won't do it then.
Sorry to
Well-
be the rule person.
Jeez.
Fine.
I just don't
I was
want us
like,
to get in trouble.
You can do it, Mr. Bond. You, Mr. Barbarian, you can do it.
Did you say Mr. Bond?
I did. And I'm like, wait, he is a barbarian. There you go. Yeah, there you go. And now my singing's on the camera. I forgot.
I'm gonna cut this out. And
Be
make
the
it like
first
that.
episode I watch.
Yes, it was like, hey,
Just
get
be a
this.
little short excerpt that you put on the YouTube channel of Rebecca singing.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, at work,
Rebecca's Bardic
someone will do the
inspiration.
radio and be like, listen to Rebecca singing after the video, then there'll be that little bar
Oh my
like,
God.
over the radio for all to hear. Yes, that would be just great.
That would be
Hmm.
so
I'm
good.
still gonna Bardic inspire you if you decide to cheat. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I don't know if you're proficient in unarmed strikes, so I'm not sure why it's a +6.
I mean, I haven't used these.
I think that might be the
I'm gonna do
damage.
one last, so I might as well
Yeah.
use them.
He was
Well,
looking at it.
because if he has,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it
don't
could be the damage because
Yeah.
it should be +5 to hit because it's
That's
your.
true.
And I don't know
Yeah,
either.
the
You're welcome to
plus-
look
yeah,
at it. I don't know.
Plus 8 to hit for unarmed strike. And
Yeah.
then 6 damage.
Holy shit!
Does it-
Oh.
That
Barbarian.
Wow.
I feel like I'm gonna get my 50 gold back.
Oh, this says you're proficient in it, so cool. Never mind. Go with it.
That's why I just
Do
use
it.
this because it's all so much I couldn't possibly keep track of it.
Okay. So yeah. So those of you who are making bets, the odds are not in Alden's favor. But they're not like super. It's like I don't know about that.
Home favorite.
Yeah, home favorite.
You asked for the champ.
But at
One
the
to
same time, I'm
three,
still a
kind
pretty
of.
big dude. So.
Yeah, no, I mean you're not. Everyone's not like you're gonna get pummeled, but they're also not like you're gonna win. They're more like it's gonna be a good fight.
I'm cool with that.
So
Right.
Let's do it.
Just a, I guess, technical question.
Hmm?
Is there any way for me to hex the orc subtly?
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand check.
Ooh, if you
Okay.
get caught with this one.
Right.
We all kind of walk away.
yeah. Everybody's just.
I
No,
slowly
if I-
climb down
like,
off
at
of
this
the
point before everything started, I'm already on my second diplomacy, so I'm walking over, just
Yeah.
subtly
He's
drinking,
a
and then right
little-
before the action starts,
So you've had 2
I
barbarians.
want to wait until after the initiative roll.
Okay.
Yeah, my first attack,
Okay.
if we get that far, is
All of it?
disadvantage. Because
Initiative.
So,
Here we go.
Okay, I
it's,
want my
another d20.
Yep.
so
He's
plus.
punished.
I know. Okay. Sounds good.
I deemed him punished.
Ouch.
That's excellent.
So that's plus what?
3.
3? Oh, okay. So 8.
He goes first. So you come on in. Hawks, I'll tell you a little bit.
Right. I walk through the ring, and while moving, I try to suddenly cast Hex on him with disadvantage on strength checks.
Let me.
Alright, first roll.
Come on.
We don't know this guy.
Yeah, that's right. Like, I'm purposely moving away from everybody and
Yeah,
trying
so
to
we don't
move
know about
through
it.
the crowds
Yeah.
while I'm doing this. Okay.
Oh, we
Did
like
you-
the
did
Three
you mention-
Musketeers, though.
did you
It's
mention
one
this
for
to
all,
any of
one
us?
for all. They're gonna play
Nope.
Okay.
I did not.
You're correct.
Look at these cheating champions.
I mean,
Who knows what
Rebecca
they did
knows,
already?
but Cass doesn't know what's going on.
14.
Yeah, we're not looking at him.
What?
You do
So
it,
we're not
and
looking at him.
Yeah.
no one seems to say anything about it.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
Mark that as cast.
I feel like if you don't get, like,
Caught.
caught.
Right.
By
This is
Mr.
definitely the
Dragonborn.
kind of place where you cheat until
You know
get
about
caught.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen.
Don't forget you have a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
What is that? A D?
You 1d6 to ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws.
Yeah.
I mean, like that
You have a
orc's
D6
not
and-
roided up anyways, you know?
Oh,
He's an orc.
He's an orc.
They all are.
you see the orc,
He's using horrible
Crack his neck.
stereotypes over here.
and it makes us like,
orc.
huff.
Because they exist.
And he just kind of huffs, but gets
Oh,
a little bigger. Not like physically bigger, but like his presence just seems more ominous than it once was. And is going to attack you.
Do we call you Alden? Go! Alden! Bronzy. Yeah.
That is.
You're gonna get a nickname soon, Warburton.
Bert.
I know. I was talking to Brian.
Bert.
Outside of this, I was telling Brian, it's like, do you go by war?
So
Do
they
you go by
27
Burton? Do you go by ton?
27 hit.
Does he want a
I
ton?
would say a 27 probably.
I mean, come on. This guy can't weigh a ton.
What's your
Are you
AC?
telling me he doesn't weigh
Only
a ton? Only 7
Zach,
7.5.
I don't know that
I
now.
don't know what
Where's his
it's
AC at?
2,000 pounds.
I
Oh,
mean,
right there, 18.
18.
odds are.
Yeah.
I would
okay,
think
I had to
so.
figure that out. in high school time, and then I've never
Take
forgotten.
9 damage.
Holy crap!
We're only going to 20. This is gonna be over quick.
2 bunches.
And then he will get into a defensive position.
All right.
Ooh.
Your turn. You can attack. So remember, you're a little dizzy
With
for your
the
first attack.
disadvantage, right?
Yep,
So I roll
but
2 and take the
Because he
smaller.
recklessly attacked you, you do a straight roll.
All right.
Reckless.
And I think I'll go ahead and rage.
As well.
If I have
Probably
it.
smart.
Yeah.
I have them.
Because that'll add +2 to any damage you do.
Does anyone here know Orcish? Bronzebeard's asking.
No, but I have
No.
comprehend languages.
Yeah, she.
That doesn't help me any.
How about 19?
I mean, I didn't say it
That hits.
would, but
Nice.
it's just what I
Well,
have.
dude.
Then I roll 2.
What language is that?
So you don't roll
Proficiency in
anything.
languages.
It is 1 plus your strength modifier +2.
No, he has a +6 round arm strike.
Yeah, so that's the 1
You only
plus
know common
his
is infernal.
his strength. So
Okay.
that's 6 +2 though because you're raging. So there's 2 extra damage. So that would be 8.
Ooh. Okay.
And thieves can't because I am.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
let's see.
do you have another attack?
I do.
It like screwed up physical dice.
Yeah, they don't like me as much as this one does.
Yeah, my uninstructed memory.
13.
Misses. So you go to hit him, and he sidesteps out of the way, and we'll go for an uppercut. A 21 to hit.
Oh, yes.
So that would be another. What is it?
9.
Yes. No. Yes.
No?
Yes. 9. Sorry, I had to do math in my head. Damage, and then he's gonna come in and try to sweep your legs out.
I'm the fighter.
Woo!
Oh.
So he's coming.
He's a champion for a reason.
Swoops your legs right on out, and does an extra flourish of smacking you down as your legs get out from underneath you. But because he wasn't trying to hurt you, it's only 5 this time.
Holy no. I'm
And
drinking.
you're now prone.
All right.
We have to make noises when it happens. We're like, oh.
And the crowd
We're
is
too
like,
engaged in our side conversation.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and make another attack.
go for it.
I'll use my advantage.
Yep.
So that's a D20 and a D6
You mean your inspiration?
or inspiration.
Yep, it's a D6.
Yes.
You have advantage because he did attack you recklessly.
Okay.
And
so
you
roll-
have
roll
rubbed
twice.
off your alcohol-induced moment of dizziness.
Oh, nice.
I think he rubbed it off for you, but
Yeah.
Knocked it right out of you.
I got a 10 and a 3. So we'll call it a 10.
Clarity came to
So
me.
10 plus your 3. So that's a 13.
13?
Yeah.
That misses. So you try to sweep his legs out while you're on the ground and don't quite move far enough on over that he just kind of slices right on over your leg. So,
You have another 10.
I do.
Is that a straight roll or
it would still be an advantage since he attacked
go ahead and
recklessly.
roll twice? 19.
That hits. So
I like this being able to see everyone's dice roll.
6 to 8.
Or you roll on the thing.
Yeah, I don't think I'm turned on. Everybody can see it. There's a
Okay.
different way I can see it, I think.
He then is gonna try to.
That's where the see it first. Oh, I think that's.
can Bronzebeard attempt to distract him by like
How
just?
so?
He's going to dance around and like show him his shiny metal butt.
Bye bye, Santa Mila.
Exactly. Yes.
You go, Ox, you want to see a moon?
Yeah. She says that. Work together to distract him.
Do a performance check
Performance. Here we go.
with advantage.
With advantage.
You have to roll.
Ooh, we got a 14 plus 1,
Mine's on
15.
desktop.
Advantage.
Outside Brian keeps
It was still 15.
Okay,
the desktop.
cool. He is not distracted.
Ah,
That's what keeps
but the crowd loves
So
it.
he's gonna try to stomp on you, and with a 27, I imagine that he's gonna hit you
Definitely.
for another 9 points.
All right.
Got 18.
Has he drawn blood yet? No, it's 27 at this point, I
I was
believe.
gonna say, I think
Oh,
so.
is it?
'cause-
Yeah, because I was at 65 originally.
That
I'm
means
at
I missed a
38.
hit in the middle.
So he just
There's a lot of hits.
continue, and just little sprig of blood comes out. And then it's gonna throw something at you and miss you.
Me?
The guy next to you, yes, you.
Okay. He's like butt still hanging out.
Right? You're just like,
It hits her.
No.
Is it a tag team?
But he puts down his hand as the dragon comes out. Alex, our undefeated champion. Puts his hands out to help you on up and says, most people did not last this long.
I know.
I am very impressed.
Oh, there goes 100 gold.
There goes 50 gold. Alright, okay.
Good thing Bronzebeard didn't bet anything. He just set the fight up.
Yeah. Well, you might as well, right? It's like, well, if we're not doing it.
We go back in the camera footage. Did you say you bet on something?
Alrighty, there we
I
go.
would like to go check out the cards and dice
Okay.
and see what's going on.
Oh, I
over
missed
there.
that part. That we had cards and dice going on.
So, you see some people playing, and y'all would recognize them as games that you've seen before. One is Hand of Fate, and another is Gambit of Ord. And are aware of how those those games are played, and you see people. One is kind of like Texas Hold'em a little bit, and the other one is more like a something like that. More like poker, maybe. And you see some people playing. One of the games are starting to like wrap up a little bit, and it looks like they are now about to start another round. So anyone who wants to participate and join, both games are a 15 gold buy-in to play.
Is there a table still playing?
Yes, so it's one of those kind of like, as they kind of like round up, some people leave, new people join on in, and like there's always playing.
I don't want to play. I
happening
just want to see how the other people.
Okay.
I'll join on one of these
Okay,
tables.
Dagon is gonna join in the Gambit of Ord.
I'd say that these are probably not things that I've been exposed to, unless they were things that I played with my siblings, but I doubt it.
So whatever the one that's like poker, I'll do that one.
Bronzebeard's gonna go up with her and like just watch and
Okay.
maybe help.
All right, and then it's a 15 gold. You said.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna sit at the bar and train, just run a Tom Riddle scroll, just like entered a boat race, nearly won, just kind of like almost like self-journaling, just to keep
No one's
cataloging
seen
things.
you do this, correct?
Is this right in the book?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no one's seen like that the ink disappears or anything.
No?
No, he's done it in a room when we're not around so far.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think he's been doing, right? That's. Seems
I
like,
just make
Just
sure.
by myself.
I mean.
I think it's weird anyway. So.
Okay, so the game plays as so. You're gonna roll a d8.
Okay.
And you're gonna keep it hidden.
Okay.
And then everyone is gonna make either they're gonna raise their bet, they're gonna call, or they're gonna fold.
Okay.
At which point we'll then roll a d6. Keep it hidden. Same bet. Bet, hold, fold. And then you're gonna do a d4, roll that, and keep all of them,
All
hidden
of these
and
hidden
whatnot.
as we're doing. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Same thing, but at the end of it, whoever has the highest combined total wins the pot.
Okay.
Of whoever is left in and whatnot.
So we basically are starting out with 15 gold that we have as we're like going.
Yeah,
or-
so everyone has to put 15 gold in. That's part of the pot. So
Okay.
whoever wins gets the pot
So we're not
plus
rate-
any bets that are made.
Any other bets? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So,
Okay.
okay, hold on. Let me make some.
Because this is group money. This is their money. I mean, I think I would do it. I don't have 9,000 gold.
How many people are playing?
So there are 3 additional people, along with Cassadea and Dagan, who are playing at the current moment, unless anyone else decides to join.
So there's
Okay.
There's
so we're
5
doing
five
people
that
in
out.
total.
I'll join in.
Okay.
Just grabbing my third drink.
Yeah.
Stuff is.
I'll go like I'll message you across the room. Grab me a drink.
I bring her over another
Okay.
diplomacy.
That's how you use
and assume
my message.
they don't like wander.
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
So we'd have
you
to
can
probably
definitely
take
give
a
it a shot.
What?
Hand signals across the table.
Oh, we cannot do hand signals across the table.
Well, that was
really
what
good
that's
sleight of
what
hand.
Bronzebeard was planning on doing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like
He's going to go get drinks for the
I
table.
got
Okay.
a +9 stealth and a +6.
So what I'm hearing is
Yeah, there's still a 1 that you can roll.
Yeah, I know, but might as well be confident.
So what I'm hearing is I should have metagame and said, "Hey, I'm gonna walk around the table and message you all what they have."
I don't know if that's what I want to do.
No, I'm not quite sure if I want to get super caught cheating too much with gambling, maybe other stuff. Maybe not with gambling. People and their money. That's how you die.
Let me make a note
That's
of
true.
that.
But then I could come back as a druid.
So while everyone's doing their first D8 roll, Bronzebeard is going to pass out drinks to everyone while trying to notice what they rolled. That's his plan.
Are we rolling right now?
Sorry, I'm making note of which die goes to which group, so that way I don't later go.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. I
Yes,
just
so roll your d8.
What does Bronzebeard need to do to have peeked at some of these rolls?
Make a perception check.
Potentially.
Perception check.
because people at the table were actually also playing.
13.
13.
Yeah, but I don't think he's well.
No, he's playing. As
I
well.
would
Yeah,
say
and
that
one of our
you
crew
are
members,
able to kind of get an idea of what.
But he has no idea what the rules are, so he gives you all the wrong numbers.
You get the idea that one of the players, one of the other players, not a pirate crew, didn't do so well, but they notice you noticing.
So
They noticed
don't
me
say
noticing.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. Sorry. So I am going to notice Bronzebeard
Being noticed.
and try to extract him from this situation. Because we really don't need to be known as the champions who cheat.
You're like pulling me back, and I'm like, what one of those people did really bad?
Like,
We
hand
need to-
over the mouth, like...
we need to tell Cass. Let's go get
Okay, so
Okay.
one of them is going to 2 gold. It's gonna raise. Another is gonna call. Dagan is gonna call. And then it comes to your turn.
Call just means I'm going to put 2 gold in, right? Not raise it?
Yep.
I'm not good with poker, so it's been forever. Yes, I will call.
Can I do a perception check of the table to see if I can read the proper things?
Do an insight check.
Insight.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a pig under your table.
I do.
I was like, I'm not one to go. What's going on over there?
8. I don't see Jack.
Yeah, you're trying to get the hold, but you're not quite sure. Still kind of getting the hang of the game, so not quite sure how to read everyone just yet. And then the last one is also gonna. Are you going to
I will raise 2 gold.
raise 2 gold? Okay, and then the last one is going to raise it by 1, making it 5. Okay, roll your d6s.
Bronze Spirit's trying to look, but he's being pulled back by Torrid over there.
Okay. One of them is going to fold. Another is going to raise 4. And Dagon is going to call that 4.
So does that mean just 4, or we're talking about more than
4 at this point.
Okay, right. I'm terrible at stuff. I'm just gonna call on 4.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Raise another 2.
Okay.
So when people with what they want to say and what they have to go around and take 2 more gold in. Call the raise.
I don't know poker, so I don't know if I'm talking wrong person. Well, I don't know.
But maybe, yeah.
And then the last one is gonna call to yours. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Roll your d4s.
You're going for like highest total number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. One is going to fold. That's this one. They want to lose them all money.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm terrible at stuff.
Rolling good, Rebecca?
Awesome. Most awesome ever.
One is gonna put.
You have to do an inside check, you can't know.
Oh. What kind of trouble are we going to get into?
Put it up to
I was gonna ask if
3
you
in.
wanted to go pick some pockets, but
Yes.
Dagon's gonna call that.
gotta find the drunkest person.
I'm gonna call.
Raise 5.
Okay. So, everyone, what did y'all get?
11.
Total?
Yeah. Was it 8, a 4, and a 6?
The look on his face. Total?
Yes, on 1 dice.
Damn.
8.
Wow.
Yeah!
I figured there would be like one last round if you want to, like, after all bets.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, that's true.
before discernment.
Total?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How much did you ultimately bet throughout the minus the 15?
4, 6. Oh,
9.
9, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm like.
I guess actually that's better than average. That's pretty good, really.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
It doesn't sound like.
I was
It
gonna
doesn't
say,
sound like a high number.
I did
You
3
have
out
to
of the
think
8.
about the dice.
I did 6 out of the 6, and then I got 2 out of the 4. So I was like,
Right.
almost. It was half full, almost half. So I was like, let's see what we
Pretty
got. What's the worst that could happen? I could lose, and I already
could
figured
lose.
when you're going to bet, you're going to lose.
Okay. And then one of them got 11,
Oh.
and
Fight,
then
fight, fight.
Dagon got 12.
Oh.
So Dagon comes away with the gold in that game.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
D4.
I know.
Uh,
3 or a 4 on
One of the ones that went out early, it was like 1, 2, and then like a 1 again. And I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of insane. Especially after like, and then the other one was like a 1, or it was like the reverse of that, like 2 and then 1. I'm like,
Yeah.
I like how you're like, I don't want us to be known as cheaters. Let's go pickpocket.
I'd rather
Is that what
see
you
that
were
thieves.
I said I was gonna ask
Cheaters
you
are
to
terrible.
go
Thieves are
pickpocket.
awesome.
Yes.
All right, 9
But
more
yes.
gold
See, but
taken
no
out.
one says we have to take anything.
Right.
We can
So,
just practice.
Oh,
This
yeah,
has been an
yeah.
expensive night. Is
The
all I can say.
Bronzebeard isn't interested in gold. He just wants to find
I wanna
fun
play the
things
other
in their
game.
pockets.
The other
We could
game.
just, you know, we can.
I'll
He's like
distract
we
them.
could-
switching people's walls.
Yeah, that's what I say. We can find interesting things
And then make
put
them
in other
fight.
people's pockets.
Yeah, and be like, I think that guy.
I saw your thing in that person's pocket.
Just saw this
I
guy
think
take
Go
your wallet.
check that out.
I think I saw
Bar fight.
So
Bar
you're
fight.
right. That's our goal now: is to start a bar brawl.
Oh, excellent.
Barbara, that'll get us out of trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
So other people. So yeah, I'll distract them while you take the things from their pockets.
Well, I'm going to meander around while these guys are
What-
I think
doing
our
what's
DM
the
is
other
trying to run a
card?
game right
So
now.
the other game is now. I'm curious if you guys do this. You roll d12. You're gonna need 3 of them.
3D
Oh no, you
I
just
know
need, sorry, you just need 1. I need the other ones.
Okay.
You're gonna roll d12. Keep it hidden.
Okay.
Then then you'll make a bet, raid, whatever. Then a community d12 will be rolled. Same process, and then a third community d12 will be, and whoever has the highest total wins.
Okay.
Once again, 15 gold pot.
I'm going to start looking for marks.
What are we rolling, Kayla?
Uh,
Make you run 2
I'm gonna
things
watch
at a
this.
time.
I've already lost a lot of money tonight, and I think I'm done losing more money tonight. But I'm gonna watch this, and then or maybe walk around a little bit and see what else is going on.
Okay, so you are looking and checking, and you are
We're both looking.
Right now,
for
we're just looking
marks.
for marks.
okay.
And then he's
either
gonna distract, and I'm gonna pick.
one roll with advantage perception, or
Okay, my perception's a +5.
1 each. You can either each individually roll it.
Let's
just a straight
let's
roll.
do one each. I think that'd be funner
For the first one?
for the
And
first
then
one.
we can determine how fucked we are.
Right. We're doing perception.
It's a 20.
11.
Sorry, we're running.
So
We're taking away
you do
from
find a
you.
couple people that you think may have some items that either would be of good value or could possibly get away with taking.
Okay. I'm gonna point out.
You are somewhat distracted by shiny things. And aren't really aware of whether or not that makes them a good mark or not.
Okay.
He doesn't know what a good mark is.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, I think we could probably take anything from anyone in here.
Anything, right? I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel.
Play with my-
Move on to these
Get
things.
here.
Okay, is anyone else wanting to join in on the Hand of Fate?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already lost money. I'm not good at betting. Even in the real world, I'm not good at betting. If we go, Brian is winning, and if I go near him, he starts losing, and he tells me to go away. And then he wins, and it's a really good idea that I went away.
Okay. 4 other people will join you. Okay.
I'm gonna go over and bring you guys a couple drinks.
Everyone, roll your secret D12.
Well, that's not a good poker face.
Nope.
Okay. And then. Okay. Okay. One of them is going to.
I know. Always like.
Okay, if I remember correctly, raised. You put the extra. You put in what you're raising it to. You're putting in money, right? Call. You just kind of leave it as is, but you're not adding more money.
We'll call, like, if somebody just call, you don't add any money.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Okay.
Unless somebody, like, it was like, somebody bets,
Mm,
and then you call their bet, and you have to put in that much money.
that much. Gotcha. Cool.
But if somebody's betting, you have to put in all the money, and then have to go around and make sure that everybody has the same amount in.
Okay.
Around.
So if someone bets, then I just go a whole another round around to make sure. See if
Everyone
anybody
cool.
calls.
Okay.
Or they can fold at that point, right?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna
what we're
fold.
missing.
Cool. Okay. For tonight.
Raise 2.
It's been so long since I played poker. It's been forever. And I never was good at it. I had like a little cheat sheet that would tell me what I had and I'd be like this. And
They're
then
all
smile.
going to call your bet. Okay. Right. Now that is a 7.
Raise 5.
They all call. Raise that up and do that as well.
You good at that story?
A 6.
I know it's more than halfway to us.
Is there one more die roll, or is that it?
That is it. So after this, it will be whoever has the highest total.
Did you do it again?
Raise 5.
Betting takes a lot of things.
Too much thinking.
I don't get like anything.
So
like
one
getting
of them
mine,
folds,
you
Already lost.
and the other 3 stay in.
We'll steal it back for you.
Okay. Since obviously this is the same for all of us, what is your die?
I rolled a 10
Does it
on my
include-
d12.
Nice. You win the
no,
pot
no.
because the closest one was
Is that
8.
65?
Nice.
So I'll tell you a second what your pot is.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 to start with. I was like, I'm done.
74. No, I was 74.
15.
I forgot about the 15. It's all
Buy
in there.
it.
It's all
140.
It's all in there. I already took it.
Jesus.
Well, $15 buy-in
That's,
plus all the amount that if everyone is betting your raises, then
Sweet.
so
So you just won?
yep.
yeah,
How much?
140.
140.
So did you
Nice.
point our
Well,
mark
I
out to
lost
me?
74 tonight.
I was gonna see if I can find 2 so we can do our swapping idea.
Okay. I'll say with the roll that yes, there are 2 people that you would think about.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick the first one.
Okay.
BB's gonna cause a distraction,
Performance
hopefully giving me a
check. Light of hand check.
So
Are you
It
near
will
me?
affect whether the DC
Yeah.
for your thing. So
All
when
right,
you advantage,
so
it'll
Are
let's
you
affect
see.
near me or are you too far away?
so what? So
I
what
assume
are-
that
This is while you guys are paying
Good,
attention
yeah.
to the game.
So are we doing this like one at a time, or are they like with each
No,
other,
no,
and you're
more.
gonna be like swap
Got 4.
one at a
Okay.
time.
one?
I think I'll. That's a good point.
Okay,
Are
that'd
they
be
close
3
together?
different ones. So,
I think one at a time might be our best.
so it'd be 3 separate rolls.
Or
One to take and switch, and then one to switch.
so what would just
Or you can just do it's gonna be a harder DC to obviously do both at the same time.
what do you think?
Oh, I think you should try and do it at the same time.
At the same time, are they
Yep.
like? Do we have to get them close together?
I would say they're about 10 feet apart. They're kind of like, you can tell that they're both on, like, sitting at different tables paying attention. So you could probably grab them, or you may want to get them possibly a little closer if possible, but that might not be possible.
Might not be. They're like
So who are these people too? Like what's their like race, gender?
make up these backstories for us.
Yeah. Give me the
Okay,
entire
okay.
backstory.
Do it right now and make it detailed, damn it.
Well, I mean,
I want to know what the childhood trauma is, please.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mommy never loved
One
me.
is going to be the dwarf that you had previously saw fighting.
Okay.
all right.
They are busy in a drinking game with
They're drinking.
a half orc.
Okay.
So they are. You realize them as an easy mark because they are drunk on their ass and looking
Obliterated.
steadily towards drinking themselves under a table.
So perfect bar fight material
Yes.
is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Already fought today. And drunk.
Sounds
The other-
volatile.
Already has a broken nose.
There's a
Sounds
tiefling who is trying to, who is playing a game of Hand of Fate and is attempting to basically talk their way into getting someone to either slip up to give them some sort of insight into.
So they're
where
highly
at,
focused.
or-
The other one's highly drunk.
Pretty much. Yes.
Okay, so I think we're gonna have to do this 2 separate ways then. I don't think the Swippy Swap is gonna work if I'm going to distract them. I don't think I can distract them both in the same
Yes,
way.
they both have a pouch that's hanging off the side that you think could be a good, like, they seem to be distinct enough pouches that they probably will know that they are separate, that aren't with the right one, and you think you can be able to untie each one of them. Where they can tie them back on.
Let's do the
Well,
dwarf first.
Door first.
So I'm gonna get a drink.
So when we get caught and pummeled into oblivion,
Yes.
our cleric can waste his diamonds reviving us.
Yes.
He's like,
I
me.
only got one.
So I'm gonna get a drink from the bar. I'm gonna go up to the opposite side of the dwarf that his bag is on, and I'm gonna like put my arm
'cause I
around
wanna
him and be
point it
like,
out
and
what
just
our
like
plan
talk
is.
about how he's got this drinking game. Like I got him another drink. Like he can beat these guys handily
Like,
while
I saw
drinking
you-
while
I saw
drinking
you in that
another
fight.
drink. Like yeah. So I'm like that's my distraction.
Okay. Do a deception check.
Deception check.
So he definitely doesn't have this drinking game.
You said deception?
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay. You feel pretty confident that if he is not paying attention to your encouragements, he is definitely paying attention to his tankard.
Okay. So I'll slide ahead of that. Oh, fucking Christmas dice.
Please tell me someone.
It's a 10.
Well, that's not a 1.
Plus your, or is that with
It's
your?
4
Oh.
plus 6.
Oh boy.
It's a 10.
Oh no.
And total.
10 total.
You are struggling with the knot. You are a little distracted by beauty. You're also a little distracted by the
Like,
knot.
when did he get this charismatic? What the fuck?
And you're a little distracted by having some difficulties because as this dwarf is drinking away, it's like spilling down him. And
Oh.
so, like, it's like, the
Splashing
tie is a little bit, where you're like slipping and you're just trying to get the sandbag without making a noise.
Do I
Kind of
notice
frustrated.
her having this
Oh
trouble?
yeah, no, you definitely notice, and you have done this long enough that you're probably aware
No one to
that
call
while
it quits.
the dwarf may not notice what's going on,
Everyone else is.
there's no way that this white one has not noticed that you're paying too much attention to.
I'm going to start a chant with the dwarf's name. What's the dwarf's name? Jeff.
You haven't asked?
You said it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you would know. So yes, we'll say it.
Jeff.
Jeff the
Jeff.
dwarf.
Jeff. I'm like trying to make everyone look at
Can
me.
we hear them now at this point? I mean,
Oh,
obviously,
you can.
we can't
You know that this is happening because
Okay.
You know the sound of
You know-
BB.
They're-
Even your
yes,
bots.
Okay.
They're
You
trying
know,
to take
The
the
two of us wandered off alone.
Yes, I
And
know.
from your last
And-
experience, you know to keep an eye on us.
And honestly, you may be somewhat suspicious on where Tori's standing, given that it's taking so long. Hey, you got the
Yeah.
best. You got the
Yeah.
best.
Got the best.
Jeff.
Like, how's it going?
I'm just in the corner studying.
As
my
soon as she has the bag, I'm
undercover.
like, good luck, Jeff. And I just turn around and walk away.
Leave the drink.
Completely like no more like charismatic. Just I'm done.
And I'm like, what the hell's happening here?
I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, our lawful good fucking
I'm not
cleric
good.
over there. Or whatever.
I'm
Neutral.
not good.
He only cares about his health. He doesn't care what else you guys do.
All right, so now we're going over to the
It's all
room?
about.
As long as it doesn't blow back down.
All right.
all good.
So I guess my distraction tactics are going to be significantly different.
You should be pretending to give him cues. Because he was
Okay,
looking
you guys,
for
roll my eyes.
poker faces.
Right, so I'm gonna
Or
walk
they
up
were.
behind like the other player. I'm not actually gonna look and see what they're doing, but I'm just gonna look at him and be like,
Okay. Make a deception check.
Jeez.
With disadvantage.
oh my god. Well, it's gonna
Oh
be
no.
deception. So 3.
Oh no.
You are trying to make this like, and he takes one look at you, and then completely ignores like your existence. But then looks at you again, and then looks at that guy and goes, and the other guy sees you trying to give clues and doesn't care that
'Cause
you
it's
are
the wrong
getting
number.
clue. He's not even looking to see the numbers right now. Just the fact that
He just
We're
turns
trying
around
to
and
cheat
I'm
him.
like, don't worry about it. I like turn it into a gang sign or something. Like,
unfortunately, I don't think a 16 hits
No.
Okay. He tries to like swings around and hits you, and you just quick.
Sorry, sir.
I'm gonna pretend like it does hit me, and like
Fall back.
just like like really dramatize it, and in hopes that maybe that will work as a distraction.
Maybe he thinks you're giving him the right number.
Right.
Okay, here we go. We're rolling on the computer. Don't fuck me, computer. It's another 10.
Whoa.
This guy is so distracted. He's distracted, and then suddenly a hand just grabs right where his belt is, and then goes back to his game and just like keeps a hold of his bag so you don't get his bag.
Okay.
You know what you could do though is you could still put the other guy's bag on his
On his
chair,
other
and then
side.
just be like, yes.
Well, could we say that? Can I roll again to tie the bag? Now I'm mad at this dude for telling me no. Like you can get pummeled by a door. Don't fuck me, kangaroo dice. That's a 16.
So
This is just for you to hang the bag like on the like other side of the chair.
you try to go, and are you putting it on the chair, or are you putting it or on putting it like on the bench, or are you trying to attach it to this guy?
I'm just gonna put it on the bench.
Okay.
In his like general location.
Well,
Constructive possession, I believe is what we call that.
I did. You can put it on the bench, but because of how everyone sits, it won't be obvious that it's his. It'll be
I'm
obvious
just
that
trying to
it's
start a bar
there,
fight.
But
I can frame him when I walk back over to the dwarf, tap him on the shoulder, and go, "Hey, buddy, isn't that your bag?" And the dwarf turns around and goes, "The fuck, that is my bag."
I love how you're having the conversation in your head already.
I know. I'm so
So
excited.
yeah, so you're able to place the bag on the bench.
Okay, I'm gonna signal the BB. Bag's been dropped. Fuck out of
he
here.
just stands up completely unfazed now, like from his like, oh, it hurts. To like, all right, let's go.
I'm gonna get him to walk over there and be like, "You gotta tell him you're his buddy that got back."
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna walk up to the even more now drunken dwarf
Oh yeah, no.
and be like, hey man, you know that tiefling over there, I think he's got a bag just like yours.
And Jeff swashes some beer onto you as he turns around and looks. What? And you look. The bag's not there.
Bastard.
And he goes back to his drinking and he's like, ah! Yeah, like turns the
I look
yeah,
at Tor and I'm like,
and then another beer comes out and he like
But somebody has the bag, and he is now missing a bag. So I'm just gonna walk away.
just gonna call it done. Like, I don't know.
Worst thief ever.
Yeah, I wasn't the
I'm
best.
instigating a bar fight.
And
That's
that's
my
it.
goal.
Yeah, that is true. You're not.
Well, just walk up to somebody and smack him in the back of the head.
I don't want to get hit.
Well, you gotta do it the way that seems like the person behind them just did it. Like, oh my god, did you see that guy just hit you?
Like
And
all
like,
those people with the videos where they put trash cans on it.
Right,
Their head
yeah,
and
yeah.
somebody
And then they're
else's,
like,
and then
what's
take
up
them
happened?
off.
Like that.
I've never seen
I
that.
walk over to
That's
Cass
my
and
favorite.
start
part.
asking. I sit down with another drink and ask her about the new what the job is again.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get back on task.
And
This is our task.
Mhm.
We
So-
were
I'm
partying.
not talking to you, children.
well, so where is the map of the solar system too as well?
In
Here.
the playbook.
Okay, cool, excellent.
The playbook.
The playbook. Insert playbook. So
I like
this
that.
is have wanted adventurers to investigate the stop mining operation on Robos and return with 6 crates of green ore. We get 1,600 gold. We still do need to get repairs on our ship too.
Where
as
are
well.
we returning to?
That's when we have to talk to
Hawkshire.
Hawkshire.
Or
No, not Hawkshire. To well, I guess to Hawkshire, but we normally have to get to the flotilla first.
Yes.
So yeah, so the Warburton has to
Do you
message.
want
I have
to
no
first
spell
shoot?
slots.
What? Well, not today. It's not
I have no spell slots tomorrow.
I got no spell slots, period.
He doesn't
Here
want
we
to
go.
talk to the
Not for
gnome.
you guys.
So this is where we
On a
are.
glyph.
Are we kind of over in Glyph?
We could walk around and find out about like this like actually do something constructive for ourselves
I
while
mean,
we're
Yes.
we could.
I do want to go like see if there's
Robos.
Robos. Robos, I believe, was like
I
around.
think
We could go
there's
back to the
another
map. Just
Oh, is there another map?
we do have to paint something on the side of it like like when like you kill something on like an airplane,
Yeah.
you like if we want to race, there should be like something on there
Notch in the
to
flag.
denote. Yeah.
So
Are you
you need more
gonna-
Gobo fruit?
Oh yeah, we need
I
more
actually
Gobo
did
fruit.
put this on the
Are you
job
going for
posting board,
anyone
and
else?
I
Or are you gonna
forgot
wait to see?
After you reminded me.
Actually, while
Giving up my
you
bar fight.
are waiting to see if the bar fight will happen, and BB is talking to,
Oh yeah,
The-
can
the-
I?
because you're waiting, you're like he's gonna get it, and then you realize it's just not happening. You're just like, then you find yourself kind of thinking and drifting kind of into like a daydream, that has you remembering your family's like dining room, and you can see your siblings sitting, your mom sitting at the table. And you're a little hesitant to look to where your dad's sitting, your stepdad's sitting, because don't care for your stepdad. But you finally look over to the head of the table, and there's your dad instead of your stepdad.
my real dad.
Yep. And for a moment, it looks like it's just like a memory. Chatting, laughing, kind of, like what you would think. And he looks at you. Well done. Did very impressive in your fight. And in the race. Maybe work a little bit on your timing with who your distraction is.
Yeah.
But not bad.
Did you like our page up?
I did. It was very impressive. Don't have a lot of time, but had asked for guidance, and I feel this would be a good time to make note. Your demon touch friend found an item, a medallion, that could be useful for us in the future. It would be beneficial if it were to quietly and unknowingly end up in your possession.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Sure
feeling
would.
you have the skills for that.
Can I ask him about Zin's sword? If he knows anything
About the sword?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got time for a question before your competitors notice that you are staring off ugly.
Does Bronzebeard notice this?
You're distracted.
Evens or odds?
Odds.
I know a little bit. But it's not what it seems.
Do I need to be worried?
As word as you would be for any sharp object. Enjoy the rest of your day. And then it kind of like fades away, and you see yourself back into and all this stuff picks up, and you.
And now you see Bronzebeard going.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying during this entire thing. So after I got the contract info from Cass,
No, we were doing
This would be during the
and
same
this
time, so
happened-
you would not have.
Well,
no, that's saying like
distracted.
while you're doing this, like I'm over at the bar asking the bartender, and I'm asking Reed about Robos to see if there's anything like, yeah, it's mining, but is there anything like old myths or legends or backstory that could possibly like, okay, a mining operation suddenly stops.
Reed doesn't know anything, or doesn't want to say anything.
Shocker.
The bartender just knows that it stopped,
don't look at me.
but nothing has come from it. No one has gone there that they're aware of. Maybe a party, but if they did,
Can't stop me for sleeping.
they never returned, so no one really knows what's going on there. But there's no like
How many hit points?
histories with
Right now?
the with the moon or not. Like there's nothing that would be like it's a haunted place, so weird shit happens all the time. It's more like it got colonized like 10 years ago because they found some really useful ore. It's just mostly just a moon that has this tiny basically only like this little village to sustain the mining production. Otherwise, no one really goes there because there's nothing really worthwhile to go there. So, but yeah, it's just kind of a mining little village. And, most of the work is done underground.
I
I'd
guess
have to roll.
would I be able to just start like looking around, maybe try and identify ship captains, see if they've traveled or crossed paths with any operations from Robos?
Make a history check.
Ooh, that's his thing.
It is.
What?
Someone's gonna rob me. She's already been asking questions. But I know nothing. I'm ignorant to my little boy. But
She's your friend.
I know, she is my friend.
That's a 7. That was a shitty roll.
You don't know a ton about it because honestly, other than the mining village, there's nothing really worthwhile there. So it just had never caught your attention. And while there are plenty of captains around, a lot of them are in the festivities are kind of like, what? Beer? You know, that kind of like is. Don't really gather anything of super usefulness that you haven't already heard before.
Yeah, I retired with this ship.
Yeah, I'm going to the ship.
I want to go to the bartender real quick and ask if they by any chance know who Dreamies is and where they might be located.
The bartender says, yes, I do know Dreamies very well. Frequently makes a stop in this direction on their way out into the wild world. I think she was planning on stopping by soon, so I haven't seen her yet, but this is right around the time that she usually comes around. Just keep an eye out for either her wasp ship that is iridescent blue, or she's going to be in her big space galleon, which is when she's usually selling stuff, and it is the Dragon's Breath.
Dragons.
Yeah. They'll have a maroon sail attached to it, and usually there's you'll see kind of like a tint on it where she does her selling when she is wanting to sell rather than just exploring the world.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask him to stay, like, so normally likes to come around like the race times and stuff like that. Around
Yep.
here? Okay.
Other people to barter with.
When is the next race to?
No idea.
Okay.
They're really spur of the moment, depending on how people are feeling, and when we all meet up together.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Tonight's been fun.
You did very well.
Yes.
And hand you a drink.
Yeah, excellent. I'm going to drink that drink a little bit, but feeling like I might have had too much tonight, so that I will walk out like I'm not going to walk around and.
So Bronzebeard, having noticed his failure at finding out information about the mining operations, is going to get 2 drinks and make an announcement to the room and offer these drinks to anyone who can give him useful information on the mining operation at Bobos? What's it called? Robos.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because we're drunk.
Because we're going to be investigating the stop mining operation, so there could be some other complications.
Ooh, use a persuasion.
Mhm.
20, dirty 20.
Yeah, I know. Like
Okay. You see that halfling in the first fight, Bob, come on up and go, listen, man. And regurgitates a lot of the information that's.
Hopefully he
has
just
already
regurgitates information
Yes.
at this point.
Yes.
Drink, please.
You've got room.
Reiterates everything that was said, but will also make note that that mine has lots of humans or humanoids working there, but they have also utilized some automatons as well, and that it is a fairly deep and extensive mining cavern.
Sweet. I give him one of the drinks.
Cool.
And is there anyone else that
There's someone else who comes up, but they do not offer anything more than what has already been said. So,
I'll give him the drink anyways for because I have 2 drinks and I'm not going to drink them.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
And I guess I will also retire to the ship.
So I'd like to start returning to the ship, but on my way out I want to be looking to see if I happen to see Dragon's Breath anywhere.
You look out and you don't see it on this particular flotilla, but you know that this is like the makeshift. It pretty much was only put together because they were racing and people just kind of want easy access to party with each other.
Okay.
But the other flotilla,
Yeah, because then
which
we have to go somewhere else for repair.
yes, so the other flotilla, which is the one that is more permanently stationed around in this
Okay.
area, you gather from the bartender that if they're not here partying, and she's not here partying, odds are she'll appear and will appear at the other flotilla where usually a lot more of the sales happening because it's more of the market rather than this revelry that's currently happening.
All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and retire to the ship as well.
I think Golden doing.
Oh, I think I'm probably following these guys at this point.
So,
All back to this.
before we sleep, I would like to go speak to Kat.
I've only got 38
Okay.
hit points, so I'm laying low at this point.
Yeah.
Hoping,
You're drunk,
since
you're beat
she
up.
knows
Right,
that I am
exactly.
all
Happy because you
for
want to race.
and is possibly willing to trade, willing to cough up this medallion. Like, I'll tell you everything that my dad said in
Okay.
the safety of your locked quarters.
Okay. So, no, the medallion looked like the picture that I had, right?
Exactly.
Exactly like the picture that I had. Okay. I would be willing to. If you find out anything, you can let me know. It might help me figure out what it is.
Okay. And I'm going to take off my bracers of +2 armor and give them as a placeholder
Okay.
for information.
You sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Then I will give you those. That.
Ooh. Shady dealings going on over here.
Yeah.
Do we notice this happening?
No,
No.
we went into
Locked quarters.
Locked quarters.
Oh, okay. I thought that was something you were going to do later.
I was joking, but
I
I'm
believe
not like.
I gave you a card.
Oh, you did give me a card.
Because
Yes.
if you attune to it.
Yes, you do have to attend to, see, that was the,
Which your long rest will do it.
yeah, that was the, let's see, that's no service, focus of the fiend,
No.
sending sigil of water,
Yes.
so, okay, yeah, so you can create, here you go, oh, thank you. Is this actually in D&D Beyond?
I just
the
added it
bracers
to my...
should be.
Okay, cool.
They're kind of standard.
That is not, I just added it to my stuff.
Yeah, no, because
That's, yeah.
they need it.
Yeah, so I just added it to my stuff, but I will go ahead and take that out too as well. Alright, and so,
don't know if that's necessarily how you wanted it done.
well, we'll find out.
You never
if it
know.
is. Yeah, you never know.
I'd rather not steal from somebody that I'm
I appreciate that.
on the...
And I wouldn't really lock my door because I don't really know.
Well, yeah, I know that.
I can't.
But
Like,
I feel like
I would
I'm
not know.
still guilty from, like, she's still a little guilty from the ship painting thing and realizing how much it upset Cass and, like, kind of broke that trust. So
Well-
she definitely thought about stealing them, but then she was like, well, if Cass
No.
finds out, I might not help.
Do appreciate that, but also we've already done a lot more stuff, and yeah, and now it's just that's who we are. We're the champions with this crappy paint job.
It's not crappy. It was a great paint job.
It was actually a great.
Look at the boat. It looks crappy.
I don't have a
You painted that one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Make it
Anything
look
else
crappy on
that
purpose.
people want to do before you take your long rest?
Buy more gobo fruit.
There's none currently where you're at.
Oh,
Literally, it's like a party boat.
We
Like
gotta
that.
make
You're
sure we
like,
get to the training.
yes.
So, is the flotilla that we have to go to tomorrow? Is that one that we need to have someone send a message?
No, it's like
We're just
you're
gonna
down
go.
the
Okay.
block from them. you
Okay,
know?
cool.
It's
Just
just
want to
a
make
matter
sure
of like
that if he needs to prepare a spell for tomorrow or something.
no, it's down the
No.
block and
Since when are you not part of this?
Since me and Baby interrupted his poker game.
Nope, I'm harassing him.
All right, cool.
okay.
I
Long
get
rest.
anything on the riddle scroll?
No. Although when you get back to your cabin, or not cabin, your bunk, you see an identical scroll to your riddle scroll, with a note. Well done. I thought this might be more useful if you had the complete set, Cal. And you'll notice that your riddle questions are on this other scroll instead.
Fucking knew it.
Which,
God damn it.
now that you look at it, was the original scroll that you picked up and then
Yep.
put down.
I'm like, fuck.
So now, hand that over to him.
Yeah, and he's been feeding him fucking information. Shady bitch. Tori doesn't like the dad energy coming from that side of the room.
Like all of them? Like,
No, just that corner.
oh god, like all of them? Interesting.
Okay, if nothing else, then everyone
She
take a
has
long
daddy
rest.
issues.
Heal up your hit points. Get back your spell slots. and other features that required a long rest.
Okay. So I'm stupid and I have to figure out so how do I
You hit the campfire button.
I got that part. Manage is it where you get your
Add in.
Your what?
Go to your inventory.
bracers?
I just put it
Go to
on my. I
inventory.
hit my armor class and just said custom
Yeah, you
and
manage your
added.
inventory, then you start
Typing
typing
in
bracers.
What the heck? Why isn't it?
Okay.
Why won't let me long rest?
Bracers of defense?
Not that it really matters. I just
Yeah,
need my
maybe.
stupid inventory.
It just needs to be one that's
Let's do it.
plus 2. Yeah.
Oh there we go. Okay, alright. Thank you. Add as equipment. Thank you. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm just really stupid. Alright, and then I have to
Because I was gonna cast sleep on her and make her sleep so then I could pickpocket her, or I was gonna wait and then see if I could get a replicated
Oh.
one and flip them. But then I was like, I'll just ask her.
how come this doesn't give me the +2 when I say equip it?
I don't know. My D&D game is being weird.
So I equip it. There's unequipped, and then I equip it.
And then go.
We'll
Maybe
do
you
your
gotta
armor
refresh
class.
it.
Armor class
You know what? Before we turn in, after seeing the bonk, I'm gonna go find Tori.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, hey, you got a moment?
Yeah.
So,
I love how you're everywhere and nowhere.
It's just me.
so I haven't been with the group for very long, but I've kind of gotten the sense you have a tendency to just run off. Not for good or bad, regardless. Like you seem to go off and do your own thing. It's kind of hard to keep track.
Yeah.
I think it's a reasonable assumption.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to keep this together. Here's a scroll. I have the second scroll. If you write something on it, I'm gonna receive it. Okay? So it's a version of messaging. Okay? So this way
It's a scroll and not a
it's a scroll.
message spell. I'm sorry.
I don't have that. I don't think you have that. But this is a way for I'm usually gonna be with the captain, with the GIF. And I'm assuming I'm assuming the automaton is going to be going with you usually when you run off. So this is for my own sake of
He
mind,
peeks out
knowing
from
where
behind you.
our shifty hand is going to be if we need you.
Mhm.
Do you accept?
Yeah.
Cool.
I immediately try
Tom
to
Riddle scroll.
sleight of hand.
Oh.
I immediately sleight of hand it away from her.
Are you going to?
I am going to try.
Okay, make a sleight of hand.
Can I
check
perception check?
and Make a perception check. Yes.
Natural 1.
It's an 18.
Yeah.
Goes.
Yeah.
You see him
Oh.
going for it,
Oh.
and you do your own sleight of hand, and you take a random blank scroll.
I'm like, yes, and I immediately draw a penis on it. And then I look at you and I'm like,
Waiting for you to take a penis.
He gets a messenger. Ding. And it's just a big F. Put some F's in the chat.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is that what you meant to say? F.
It's just a middle finger, and I was like, turn it up, EV.
Okay, so you take your one.
Oh my
rest.
gosh, it heard you when it said middle finger. Third digit of the That's hilarious. Sorry, it's just like that's just hilarious.
at least I get my ones out in good ways and
That's
like
true,
fun
yeah.
times.
Not when it matters, like it's not
Right.
saving throw or something.
Yeah.
I would have been so mad.
Okay.
Evie would have been coming upon a broken spyglass.
Aww.
Not
All I was
necessarily
going to
his
do was draw a
spyglass.
penis on it and then give it back to you, and then that way I could like you'd be like, what the hell?
You know, my immediate thing was just to be like, just random. So how you doing?
Of course. Okay, so y'all
I almost
wake
said,
up
"Are you sure you want to give this a tour?"
the
But I
next
wasn't
morning
gonna stop you.
and you head over
run
to
off.
I do.
the other flotilla to go and check about getting your boat fixed. You do come across, a mechanic there. I don't know if y'all read through the repair stuff that I sent out on Discord. You can mend
Oh
up
yeah.
to
Look at all these D&D players who did their homework.
Yeah.
so you can mend up to 30% worth of your
Ooh.
ship's hit points.
I did look at some of that.
Anything beyond that has to be repaired by a mechanic. And the market value or so for that is about 10 gold per hit point, with about 30 hit points that can be restored in a day. And there's expedited options for basically 20 gold per 1 hit point, with 70 points being restored in the day.
How many? What are we doing?
So-
I say, if we assuming
Yeah, I
that we
gotta
had BB, because you don't really sleep, and I imagine he'd be hyped
Well,
up
and
at the
doesn't
party.
he have his menu?
Assuming he has mending,
Mhm.
you can mend it.
I do. I also have the
What?
bracers
So-
of mending.
So is it 30% of our
So
existing?
mending, you can mend up to 75 points worth of damage.
Okay.
Once if you need more than
The
75,
max,
you then
You
need
have
to
to pay
have
for it.
Right, so
some-
that's my
so,
thing.
yeah.
So we have him mending, so
Mhm.
our ship health would be plus 75 or whatever.
So he can
You
only
put
do
that in
it
your
once.
book?
I did.
believe.
It's right here. I
Um,
actually tagged it.
His ability to mend is only once. He can do it multiple times. It's basically so the mending spell for mending
71 out of
is
250.
number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spell modifier, and you can only do it once an hour. So be aware of however long it takes to get up to 75. That's how many hours you will be stuck at the boat helping to mend it.
So we do have, out of 250, we only have 71 hit points left.
Oof.
We got hit really hard.
Yeah, we barely
After mending?
squeezed. through.
No, before.
This is before mending.
Okay.
So, and
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
because we only do so much. So right now,
How many
71.
do we need?
So we 250, 71.
Right.
You guys, I do work. I don't do math outside of work. And even then, I use a calculator. So
179 points we need to heal up.
yeah. So we can do how much with just mending?
75 hit points with mending.
So we still need
So I
104.
can cast my one. He can do a few if we want.
So yeah, so like I said, it basically is.
I don't think I took mending.
I've got that
Thinking about
woodworking kit thing too, don't I? Can I utilize that in any form or fashion?
Yes, it would. You still need to spend gold for like the supplies to do so,
Okay.
and then it would obviously
No,
take time for you to do yourself. So yes, it would be cheaper, but probably longer for you to do it yourself, and obviously then you would be tied to the boat to get that done. Because I'd say rather than services, it's obviously just the supplies itself that you need.
Nice.
So that is an option if you want to go that direction.
Can we, in theory, have him manually repair the ship as we travel?
I'm gonna say no, only because, especially in this case, because your ship is damaged enough. Technically, once you get
It's
under like,
below half.
yeah, I was gonna say technically once you get below a certain point, your ability to maintain oxygen on your ship is reduced. I don't really pay attention to that because that's a lot of extra math that needs to happen. So, but
Bronze Spirit doesn't breathe.
typically, if it's damaged enough that you need a
Good for
mechanic,
context.
it needs to be
Okay.
ported to do so.
Okay.
It needs to be docked to be fixed up.
Okay, so
So, like, if it was like minor damage, like if you only took like 50 damage points and you could mend it, I would say yes, you could probably mend as you go. It may affect your speed since you obviously don't want to disturb the mending, but
So what's our cost looking like right now at 10 gold per hit points? So
So,
1700
minus the
gold.
75.
minus the 75, so
Because I would imagine
104.
that you're going to want to
I
do
said, so what? That's 1,040.
Sounds about right or so.
Yeah, so it's 104 times 10, right?
Right, right.
Yes, I was right. 1,040. I did math without a calculator.
So you said 104?
104.
So that would be about 3.5 days at the 10 gold mark to get it fixed up and ready to go for you.
Okay, 3.5 days.
And can we mend it while they're working on it too?
Yes.
If we can assist
Yep.
them,
So you can kind of mend off to the side.
and maybe even learn a little bit from them. If Bronze
so
Spirit-
that would reduce our cost of mending.
So the mending
Well, because
is
you
just
can only
the
do
mending
the
is what it is.
75.
So it's yes. So
It would
the,
happen
the
time
mending
and
is
day.
like I'm gonna go fix these small stuff while they're fixing the hole in my hull. So you're not overlapping and interfering with each other. So it has to be separate. It can be at the same time,
Except
but
that a
it's not necessarily
carpenter's
because
kit.
mending technically is a
Magical.
well, it's a cantrip. It's a foot long or shorter damage. So like it's one of those. It's all the small stuff. So you can go take care of all the small stuff, which then yes means that there's 75 hit points less that you have to pay to get fixed.
So
Would they allow us to assist, like help them, like work with them? At a
Not for a reduced cost, no.
No.
Because there's no livelihood.
Right.
So, if you want to assist, sure.
So
but
we
it's
spend
still-
mending, so we come back, we come to the shipyard with 104 hit points to heat, over the course of 3 days.
Yes.
how much do we? So cost wise, I'm trying to do the number crunching. If we're taking care of the small stuff, would that be another 75 hit points on top of us, reducing?
No, so the 104 is what can't be done with.
Okay, so
with
the mending is
it's already factored in.
Already
Yeah,
factored
so we
So
factored
Okay.
in.
otherwise, it was like 170 something. Or
It was
whatever.
yes, it was.
179.
Yeah, so instead of 179 needed to be
We
fixed,
we
it's only
can
104.
save 750 gold by doing it ourselves.
Yes.
Yes.
So, can we pay more to have it done faster?
Yes, so
20
you
gold
can do
pieces
20
per one
gold
hit point.
per hit point, and 70 can be done in a day. So you, in a day and a half, you would have access to your boat.
For double the amount.
When do we
Basically,
have
yes.
to get this?
There is no
There's
ending.
no
timeline.
No timeline.
just spend the 3 days chilling,
Yeah.
researching, finding cool shit.
While you guys are talking, Delaney, your gift, will come up
I
to
guess we can manage.
you, because I'm guessing you're the captain that you guys associated with our group.
Yes.
If we have a day or two and some money for some supplies, and you'll see the other two walk up and they'll say, we can help fit a track for the ballistas to give them a greater range, and possibly put in I just blanked on what it's called. Platform, a turntable.
Okay.
About
For
the swivel.
yes, for
Swivel
the
down.
mongrel to make it also have
And
better.
how much is that? How much? Look at that.
Probably we could go double check, but did a little like side eye, go like probably like 15 gold for the supplies, and we'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sold.
The answer is yes. I don't feel like I have to ask you guys that one.
No, 15
Yeah.
gold? No.
Yes.
I think it would
I
be
would give them
unanimous
15
yes.
gold.
Yes.
anyway.
Yes.
For better firing.
So we had talked about they're not with me right at the moment. This is kind of like a bit. Have giving them a little bit of extra money. Are you guys all okay with that?
Yeah.
Or we're thinking like
Yeah, we did not get any slouches on this one.
yeah. So are
So-
you guys thinking? How much do you guys think for?
What's your current rate?
It's
like 2 silvers a day.
2 silver a day, so it's about 18 gold total for all of them for a whole month.
Bronzebeard is like hyper uninterested in gold.
What's
Yeah.
Like,
what's
so
the
he doesn't
conversion
care at all.
of silver to a single gold?
It's like
100. Is it 100?
I think it's a little less than that.
Yeah.
I want to say like 10. it's
Oh, maybe
it's
Yeah.
100 for.
I had to
copper.
do a conversion while we were doing. I was trying to figure out like
I know it's 100 for a copper.
Oh, so like 10 silver to a gold.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Does that make
I
sense?
wanted
In
to
groups
show
10,
around
10
the
copper to a
difference.
silver, 10 silver to a
Yeah.
gold,
Because I took
10 gold to a platinum.
That's not
Yeah.
right now.
Magical darkness.
So right now,
And I have darkness.
So they're 2
So
silver
we're like,
a day.
cast
silver
darkness,
each.
and then
Each
go
a
through
day.
an obstacle course.
So you're looking at
And
6
be like-
silver for them.
Yeah.
Obviously, y'all haven't talked
Cast
about
darkness
Chi-Chi
while
and what
everyone's
you're doing
asleep,
with
and
them,
then they'll
but
wake up
I'm
and
just
be like,
asking
"Why is it
you.
so dark
Yeah.
in here?"
So
Just to fuck with them.
so basically, each month they normally get 6 gold from us.
Can double their weight.
Double?
Give them 6
That's
more gold.
12 gold a month.
That's only
Bronzebeard
that's
doesn't
only
care.
12
Bronzebeard
gold.
is-
12
We'll use. We'll
Let the
use
adults
your-
speak,
your
and
share.
we'll cut it out.
So we're saying that we want to consistently give them 12 gold a month.
They've like
I know.
In a
I
single,
just wanted to make sure.
I'd
Absolutely
say
not interested in.
have we already paid them or is it like
Not
at
yet.
the end of the month?
We really haven't talked about it, but we
We'll
will
just
just
say it's at the end of the month. Like you
Yeah.
hired them on. The paycheck hasn't arrived yet.
Okay.
yes, yeah, and
Come
also
on,
probably if they
they're
need
stuck
something
on a
more.
boat with us. It's not like they can go anywhere.
Right.
So what
I'm okay with 12 gold a single, a month.
So what we could do is give them half of it right now, so they can go and enjoy their few days off too as well.
Yeah.
You know, with some money, and then there's the rest of it too. Well, that could be like their bonus in the going forward, like
For
that.
winning
For
the
winning.
race.
So what are you giving them right now?
Well, right now, we're giving them each 6 gold.
Okay.
So that's gonna each.
6 gold or 6 silver? Because I thought their rate was
Some of
silver and we doubled their silver rate.
Hate the exchange rate.
Well, I guess I thought because like for a month is 6 gold
For all of them.
for no, it's 18 gold for all 3 of them. So 6 gold each a month is what they get from us.
This is the worst.
That's why I
Bronzebeard
was
is like
You're
done
done.
with this.
This is the worst.
So basically,
Bronzebeard just
every
takes her by the
month,
hand
you
and is
have to
like,
have
"We're gonna go
36
do
gold
something.
to get
I don't-
out
I
at the
don't
end of
just
the month
anything."
for free.
Because
These
start
numbers
your-
keep doubling.
go, but
Well, because
go.
I asked if you
Yeah.
wanted to double it
We're going to find
going
Gobo.
forward or just as a one time. And you
Okay,
guys all
let
talked
the
about
adults
Let's say
talk.
keep consistently, but I thought
We're going to
they
find
were
a
paid
space
like
hamster.
No,
So they were
Both.
paid
I
2
mean,
silver a
on-
day,
I have to speak with
which is
animals.
6
The
gold
area we're at
each
now,
a
I
month.
think.
At will,
we can all
without
choose
using
And there's
to
3 of
file
them. So that's 18 gold total that we're
Okay, that's
yeah.
the part I was missing.
Yeah, so that's 18 gold total that we're paying out at the end of the month
Okay,
as their wages.
I'm fine.
Like our payroll is we have payroll of 18 gold
I like how she's like, I don't do work on work.
These two just arguing. The rest of us are
Like Nickel and Diamond, our crew over here. Like,
No, it's like
Okay.
actually cool.
Want to
'Cause-
start our own fight club?
Yes.
Well, I have to say,
Okay,
I
no,
was.
no, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
I was missing something. I was like, okay, it's 6 gold a month per person.
Per person.
So
Oh yeah,
I'm
we got
okay
our captain
doubling
and our
them
first mate.
to
Yes.
12.
Right?
Yes.
He's our first
I'm
mate.
And
okay with
that's
that.
consistently
And
12.
that is consistently 12 from
So that'll be
moving on.
36 gold every month we need to have payroll.
We're moving on.
Okay. All right. So
I'd say give them their like
6 rate.
standard rate right now,
Yes.
and then the other month we'll give them the other half of their
Yes.
official pay.
Surprise!
okay, so they each get 6
Get a
gold right
bonus.
now.
Cool. Awesome.
And Chi-Chi will.
Doesn't get paid.
Chi-Chi gets paid from party funds.
He's now our
Yes.
slave labor.
Yes.
he
Yeah.
he ain't
I
on
don't
the
care
go
either
though.
way. Y'all can decide how you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's stuck on a boat with
Okay,
us. He
so
can't go anywhere.
Let's see. We have that now. We have we have 18 gold going out there, and we decided not to double that for that. Is that correct?
Not right now.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, so
We'll pay
3
them to get-
days, a little more like 3.5-ish days, to get your boat fixed up. Warborn, you can decide how you want to spend that mending time, since it's one mending like an hour or something like that. So you can decide if you want to just like spend one day and basically mend, or if you want to do like 2 hours here, 2 hours there. You know, you can decide how you want to do it, but I would figure because your spell modifier is
Look at stuff.
yes, I am.
Yeah.
It is.
We also need to know how much.
4.
This one? Okay. So I would surmise they can do like on average like 8 an hour.
Oh, because you got spell.
Hit points.
It got broken.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you want to assist with your one
That's
mending,
right.
I will do my one mending.
one mending a day. So you can decide if you want to do it more than one day.
I'll mend as much as I can.
In between.
So, how much would we like to keep in the general fund, and the rest of it, I think we just cash out amongst the rest of us.
I'd say keep
Bronzebeard
50
has no
of-
interest in the conversation.
Let's say you're looking at 9 hours total worth. Let's make it 10 hours. 10 hours total of mending that you can decide how you two want to split that up. So I just need to know how many hours you're doing.
I
you
thought I
said
could only
3
mend once a
days.
day.
Once a day, but your guy's gonna be here for 3 days. So if you wanted to take
3
some of
hours.
this, so that's 3 hours away from him having to do it, then you could do once a day. Like I said, you guys on how you want to mend it can decide if you want to do 9 hours or 10 hours in one day.
I'm just gonna sit there and
Okay,
power
so
through.
one day you're gonna be there, and then do you want to have him just be there for 10 hours or do it once?
That's your current
I'll just do my one.
Cool.
We have
Awesome. So 1 hour you're occupied, otherwise the rest of the time you are free to
So
unless you want
if
to.
we each take, we could each take 1,000 gold.
And what would that leave party funds in?
So let's see. There's 6 of us, right? Yes. Thank you.
Unless you give money to Gigi.
We haven't decided yet.
Chi-Chi don't need money.
He doesn't believe in it.
That would still leave us 2,502. Because if we have another thing, like we get this much damage, we have another $1,000 ready to go.
Alright.
Definitely need to have like a 75% HP worth of gold, like supply.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be more comfortable leaving an even 3 in party fund. Kind
Yeah,
of like,
that's
you know, CYOA.
That's going to be very weird to split up 6 ways.
Well, then you could just round it. So.
Or let's think of it. So instead of 1,000 gold each person,
You want to arm wrestle?
Right?
I'd say just
Definitely.
subtract
Okay,
between
okay,
people.
contestant
We all
strength
get
check.
750. You know, spending money, because that's a lot of spending money.
My strength is at what,
Yeah.
Now I need to
negative,
buy 500 gold with a diamond.
negative 2.
Yeah, that's true. You need 400 gold.
Natural 20.
Why did you raise it
But he did
Oh.
roll like
Whatever it is.
to 5?
Right.
Because I didn't remember the right
So
amount.
What would
That's
our
why.
party funds be?
It's right there.
natural
What would our
20
party funds
versus
be
his
then if we
22.
Just everybody gets
What did you
750
say?
spending money.
Like
My
with your monster.
allowance
50 gold.
So it was
No,
technically
750.
negative 2.
Oh, 750,
So it would be an
okay, so-
18. But it was a natural 20.
You think you got this in the
We have
bag?
4,002.
And you're like,
I think that's a decent, like almost 50-50 split,
No,
and leaves
you
us with enough.
You
money.
also don't lose because then
So we could always like
so
one
you're like at that 45 like I
What the
can
hell?
one more roll.
Well, it depends on how many.
One more roll?
Yeah. So
It's like my arm just doesn't actually bend
Because
that
we
way.
could then out of the 4,000.
Yeah,
One must
Ooh.
have diamond.
Yeah.
3.
Haven't got
Yeah,
17
that's
anywhere
22
near
again.
yet,
Like,
so.
how much
Got that last one. I'm like,
does the
My arm
diamond
breaks off. It's
cover?
like, could you put that back
We
on?
all carry our own diamond ribbon.
Oh, if we all had those.
Instead of just making Warbird carry them.
So he already has one set.
Well, that was a lot more fun than whatever these guys are
That's
doing.
2,000.
Right,
I believe it's 2002 if we all end up getting enough diamonds for all of us.
Well, it's just like, so if I said I'll take my 7.
Bronzebeard wants to do some parkour
Give
around the
400
boat,
of
you
it
know,
to
jump it
Are you
off.
gonna look for double fruit?
Yes, he's definitely also going to go look for Gobo Fruit.
Or we could end up taking 2,000 out of our
Investigation.
general
I
fund and
just
still
don't
leave
want
the
to
switch.
take it out of.
Let's see if there's any diamonds
4.
available right now for tillage purchase. 'Cause
okay,
that's
It's gonna
that's
Okay.
the question.
several hours.
All right, so everybody
Distracted by everything.
add 750 gold.
I mean, because we can all do
Two.
what we want with our.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want with your own gold. What you can. Go ahead and add that to your 750 for that. Now that you guys all have had to hear us talk about all that.
Yeah, thank
The
you.
Can we get like an
adult
extra
finances.
10%? No,
Right.
I'm just playing.
I get an extra 10%.
The captain's cut.
So that leaves us. Here we go. 750. Sorry, 750 times. Blah, 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 6 of us. 4,000.
But yes, I will spend the time to
Okay.
find this Gobo Fruit.
So that leaves us-
to find your gold.
So just so the
Alright.
rest of you know, it leaves
He
us
went by
Helping
himself.
mending.
$4,002.
He only took 1 hour of it, so he has 5 hours of the day.
So right now, Group Fund has 4,002 gold left.
I'm
And
gonna go investigate around and see if I can't find anyone selling space hamsters or gerbils or rats or just anything that could
so let's say if you find space
investigation.
diamonds or the diamonds, let us know.
Space diamonds.
Space diamonds. I don't know.
You only need half of them.
Space diamond. Space Australia.
Space Australia.
So, besides the people mending and the people there's nothing else that we need to be doing. And then we have our people here. We
Did
gave
you
them
do
6 gold.
pay them and
Yes.
did you dock the 15 gold that
Yes,
you
I
gave
did.
for purchase?
Yep, that's what I did first. I took out how much was going to do that?
9.
15 gold and the 18 gold for them.
You find some exotic animals, but not a space hamster or a gerbil or anything that you could pass off as a space hamster. You did find a stuffed animal. Though.
Are
I'm
you-
gonna get that and try to pass it off as
Well-
a live space gerbil.
I'm gonna talk to you and be like, hey, we need to find Dreamy. Cause that's the word I was trying to find Dreamy for was for the animal.
Oh.
It's so tough.
Oh. Okay. I was like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So, I tell you about
That's the person
that is gonna
on the trade ship.
on the trade show.
Okay, I wanted to go there.
Okay, cool. So we'd like to look around and see if we do happen to see Dreamies anywhere.
Okay. You do see their ship there.
Okay.
Yes.
And is there like a tent out for sale that they're ready to sail?
It is their galleon, and there is the tent that was described as like kind of like their public, viewing space. You can kind of talk to them. and
Would
whatnot.
you like to know where we are going?
Oh, I've been coming with you
Okay,
guys.
you're
I'm like,
coming
oh,
with us.
Yeah.
oddities and
Yeah.
trinkets.
That means that those two are off by themselves.
Because
and-
Oh no, they left while you guys were
Wait,
talking.
yeah,
a
they
whole
were,
while
like,
ago. I know.
They left when we were talking money.
Well,
And you guys don't even know you
they
have 750
roped
gold
me
yet.
into the adult
Suckers!
conversation.
You guys don't have it yet with you. You left while we were still dealing it out.
Okay.
Y'all were like just talking,
They
you looked
broke
over,
me into
saw
the
them
adult
doing arm
conversation.
wrestling, and we're like, and then next we looked over, they're not there.
And they were like, everybody gets 750. They don't. You guys will get like 500.
We have no idea.
Subtracted 4 diamonds.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent. So
We
yes.
all got 150. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Baby's like, I don't give a
I don't
shit.
even know what to do with
Like, are you
750
just
gold.
rolling in it now?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
rolling in it.
I know. It's like you are super rolling in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody
So-
knows that except
Where do you
for
keep
I
this
know.
gold?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay, so
her family's very generous.
Stack of
y'all
gold.
go and
Very
find
generous.
Dreamies, which you're able to find her boat and see that it's a big galleon with like with kind of one of those the tents that have like the flap walls or whatnot to kind of give it a little bit more coverage and a little flap that you can kind of come into, and it says Dreamies Curiosities on a sign on top of it, and you guys walk on in and
What do you
It's-
need from this?
I'm trying to find out about the medallion because it matches what my vision was.
Oh.
So I'm trying to find out more about that. So I wanted to show the medallion to see if they know.
I
what
think
they
all
where
this
it came from.
happened when we were off doing other things. So.
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I did. So I have told you. Yeah, so you now know. Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. So when I got the medallion, I was asking about it, and they said that it was something very ancient, something they didn't have. And Dreamies sometimes has that kind of stuff because it's very ancient.
I believe we were painting the ship.
Yes, I believe
Yes.
you were.
Actually, yes, that is correct. You were. I forgot about that.
So you go
I
to
totally wasn't listening to the rest of the
the
conversation.
the tent, and it's obviously like a makeshift, like pop-up tent, but there's some artwork, there's some items that definitely look older and more kind of like a museum, those kind of like you kind of go in there like, oh, look at all these kind of like artifacts and ancient items, and like there's like a little shelf that has some books, but there's not a ton in there. And you see a like copper-colored dragonborn, and some like leathers, kind of looking like Indiana-esque, kind of like that kind of like practical leathers and little dusty, clearly well-used clothes. He sees you guys come in. And, welcome.
Are you? Hi, are you Dreamies?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I was at. My name is Castella.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Put up a hand and nice firm handshake.
Nice,
and,
very nice.
It's very like youthful energeticness, even though it does not necessarily look youthful, but that kind of like there's like
Yes,
They
super
seem
excited.
like somebody that from a wealthy family I would recognize. Like even as like somebody in passing.
Nothing gives you any sort of like nobility or like higher.
They just don't have like a lot of do they have notoriety, I guess?
Make a history check.
I guess similar train of thought. Would I have come across
Make a history
Dreamies?
check with advantage.
Right, because my like
No.
It's a natural one.
Oh. You're a little
I'm
distracted by
very
some of the stuff.
distracted.
okay, that was a 14. That got bumped.
I think it.
I'm gonna assume I don't know Dreamies at all.
Is it history?
Yeah.
14, 18.
So you have heard of Dreamies. You are aware that they are a pretty well-known and reputable like artifact retriever and scholar in the like ancient types of items. Very much Indiana Jones in terms of like typically finds items and brings them to universities and organizations who are all about learning more about history and then displaying it and using that to educate the world, right?
Would I have like cross
But
paths?
you would not have cross paths yet. Any past cross would be like they were here right before I got here, or I heard about them coming in after I have left, kind of like, but no like meeting of them personally yet.
Would my family name note any, not necessarily special treatment, but like
You throw it out there.
yeah.
Flex.
And
You could totally throw it out there and see what happens.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna read this person a little bit.
Okay.
I'm also going to slip the medallion because Zen doesn't know that we traded, as far as I'm concerned, into her hand.
Make a sleight of hand check. What's your passive wisdom or passive perception?
19.
Oh my god.
Well, he wins. It's an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a fucking 2. I am not.
Wow,
good
you're,
at
tonight the dice are like no.
Any of them.
I'll be like,
Real dice, fake dice.
so can I, hey, thanks, I must have dropped it.
If you like to do a deception check,
I do.
But you definitely see that there's a handoff going on.
It doesn't matter what
You're
I
aware that, yes.
These girls are just not.
You're just like, what weirdness is that? Like, you're just,
3 warlocks in a room. What
Right?
the fuck happened?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing bad can happen with 3 arms in a room.
So I'm like,
No.
This way you should take Baby everywhere you
meet
go.
heirloom gals.
So I'll be like, Dreamies, I was told I was on the flotilla and
I
I
just
was
want her to be able to ask her questions.
I had gotten this medallion. I was told that you might possibly know a little bit more about it.
some glasses.
And
You know,
then-
they kind of have like the
Oh, yes.
bottle, you know. and
Yes,
all
awesome.
taken. And
Percy
slide
glasses.
it,
Yes.
and flip over, flip another one, flip over, make a couple notes.
Lick it.
Yeah, like, and then and completely has forgotten that you guys existed. Like, completely absorbed now into this item. And
I'm
it's like,
intrigued. I'm
yeah.
watching the whole process.
yeah, and you see them like pull out a book and put the book away, put the notes down. And like, okay, takes off the glass or put the glasses on top of his head and go. It's a very nice find. It's very, very old. And it is the old symbol for water.
Water. The
Yeah.
whole thing is a symbol for water?
Yes, it is. So that
Okay.
was back eons ago. If they were to put a symbol down, that would be, and then she would draw the other symbols of earth, water, and earth, fire, and air, which looks very similar to the ones that are around you.
Okay, so what about
the ones that you had already marked
What
me
about
about? She draws exactly those.
Okay.
That is like
Got
these
the
are
plan?
what they used to use to mark, and not the symbols we
Plummy.
use today.
Was that his name?
What
Alright,
Like his little
fine.
monkey?
What about those other two off to the side?
Do you show those? Like, how do you?
Oh,
present those? 'Cause you
I thought the whole. Oh no, that
Oh,
was
no.
just a symbol for water.
It's just, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I have drawn
which
this.
one is on it?
So this one is the one for water. This is on it, like here.
Oh, okay.
So that one is the one that's on the water. So yes, so I have these drawn out separately. So I would like to pull out the two that I have, not the two on the side. See if she knows what those might be.
She will look at them, and
Yeah, no worries. I know it's been a while.
I also can't remember where I put them in. I need to organize my binder a little bit better to be like, this is this person's stuff, this is that person's stuff, this is old stuff, and I don't need anymore. And it's probably in the book that I picked up with me.
Okay, we can talk about it later.
So this one. No, not that one. I swear, I have it. But yes, I have a. Once I can figure out where I put it.
You put it in your pocket, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna grab it in your pocket.
Okay.
Not make it up.
Yeah.
He
That's
already
fine.
knows.
Yeah.
Shady bastard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot calling Kill Block there.
I know.
So
I'm just
does-
oblivious to everything.
It's just the like weird tension, and
Yes.
then you're just like, oh, I'm learning new things.
I know. I'm finding out about my dream recognition. I mean, you do know about my vision already because
Yeah,
I had
you
told,
came to me and
I told him too as well. So it's not like he's too. But you don't know that. What we're trying not to tell you is that I gave her the medallion.
Yeah, but he knows.
Yeah.
Because he saw.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's one thing we're not trying to do. But you already know
Because
about the
I
medallion.
suck at fucking
Yeah,
sleight of hand rolls.
Because you,
apparently.
us three are the only ones that know about this.
I will tell you which one is which.
Okay.
Later once I find my notes. But does take a look at them and goes, oh, this one up here is life. Another one is death.
I was right. Oh my god, I was right.
Well done, yes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking it was. Okay.
Very much so. And she
I
stops
won't
for
say
a
that to her.
moment,
This is Rebecca saying.
and we'll do a quick hand signal, a little muttering, and it's magical. Oh, nice. Okay.
So what would happen if I had all the symbols together? Is there something
Ooh.
special about that?
I don't know. I'll need to look into that.
Okay.
Are they? Have you seen them together?
I have seen them together.
Oh. In a it's like in an order, specific order.
I have.
Or
So I have. It's kind of rounded. I have seen it in fire, whatever that one is.
yeah.
Earth, water, the other one, and air.
Oh. Okay. I need to look into it. That sounds like a ritual, but
Okay.
I don't know for what though.
Okay.
Touching like this like deep thoughts of like, and you just like see that she is like lost in thought now, and like just like makes a little note. It's just like, and pretty much until you guys just interact with her again, she's gonna be like,
I say, and I'm like, since you identified the Death Street, my friend, I found this old beaten up hunk of steel in a dungeon. It's been faring me pretty well, but something's off. I figure I'd expect
Okay.
let the
Is this
master
the
take a
first
look at
time
him.
we've heard him acknowledge that there's something different about his sword?
I think so.
Yes.
Can I roll a perception check on this fucking sword?
I'm just saying it like an old hunk of metal, and it just like
Yes,
it
I know,
feels
but this is
nice.
the first time you.
Maybe wait till she tells us. About
Like,
it.
there's obviously a reason you're handing it off.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
If you would
And I'm-
like to make,
I just want to know if there's
you
something
can
I can
either
feel
do
from
a,
this sword.
either a history check to see if you recognize the sword, or an arcana check, but that'll be a disadvantage because you don't yet know that it is magical. But you have an inkling because obviously your dad kind of hinted that there's something with the sword.
I'm done. I quit. That's it. I'm fucking over it.
Do you want to try any of these?
No.
There is a whole bag behind you.
Throw my laptop.
thing.
Just roll the laptop.
No, it just seems to be a regular sword.
Okay.
Dreamy takes it and goes, "Oh, I know it's magical."
This stupid sword of yours is fucking up my rolls. It doesn't want me to be suspicious of it. I'm blaming it on the sword.
Are you
You should.
okay with me identifying it?
Only Briarly's suspicious.
Please. I
Well,
am
Torrance is
curious
suspicious
about
of
it.
everybody.
Place it down and goes, mutters a few words,
Especially
makes a few symbols.
now that I know he's been
Oh.
corresponding.
Flips over. Oh.
Supposedly.
Oh. This sword has been gone for a long time.
I am listening to
And
everything
we'll
she's saying.
hand it back to you and say, "Stay hollow. Stay hollow."
Say Kala.
So, when you say that, there is a blinding, like, you guys are eyes completely closed, like, you're, like, flashes behind your eyelids, blinding cobalt blue flash from your sword, and it will turn into a rapier
Ooh.
with runes along the
Yeah.
blade of it.
Whoa, I'm not rubbernecking, I swear.
And you suddenly
I'm not there, but I'm still
feel,
dancing.
as your plain long sword suddenly changes into this
Okay, so
blue
as far as I'm
rapier.
concerned, that's the only thing that's wrong.
With some runes alongside of it, and you feel
Oh,
that
okay.
you are
I
now
thought you
more
were saying 2 words. You were saying say
calm.
Kala.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was the word. Say Kala.
Say
Oh.
here.
And
Would have
the
been really funny
humming
if somebody else
of
would
the
have said it.
sword, just like you suddenly feel
It's
yourself
mine.
like
Why would I do that?
more aware and more in tune to the sword beforehand, and realize that you are better prepared at using it. So a rapier is a finesse weapon, so you can use your dexterity instead of your strength.
Well, I've been using charisma as
Oh,
a
right,
Hex-like
yes,
warrior,
so you
so
could-
with
yes.
the charisma, but it's a dex based or charisma based because my hex.
Yeah.
Okay, as I take it back and I inspect it, I'm like, read, you shifty motherfucker.
And he just goes, "You're now in more danger."
No fucking shit.
So
Wow.
crazy.
Yep. That is a very impressive weapon. Well done.
Well, I have told you. I did tell you about my dad. Only you.
Yes.
And I guess I can mention, retroactively, he said the sword is of no concern.
Yes. So
No, it
At
might be
least-
now.
yeah.
The little flash.
So I'm in awe of obviously this, but also want to know, yeah, I'm like, yeah. So I am, yeah. I'm like, so like,
All right, I'm
also,
like,
that was the one you showed me. That was cool.
all right. I sheath him and I allow him to.
Oh, the other thing that
Or
I
is-
don't
or
think
is
I wrote
that-
on there. You can still sheath it, but you come intuitively aware that you could place it in the ethereal realm at will. So if you don't want it to be
A
present,
beacon.
you can still talk to it and whatnot. Like it's still there, but it's invisible to anyone who can't see.
Kind of like pocket dimension
Pretty
attached to my
much, yes.
hip.
And then pretty much at will can call it back. And you can call it either in your hand or like on your hip or your
Someone
back
else's
or
hand?
whatnot. No, it has to be
Someone
on you.
else's hand.
This is my sword, bitch.
It has to be with yours. But yes, you can
There's some-
pretty much call it forth at will.
Right.
That it is now that you have identified it and basically kind of like attuned to it, you could either carry it as is, or if you want to, basically poof it into
Kinda
the
cool. You could,
ethereal.
like, walk
only
into a
someone can
battle
see
and
into
people
the
be like,
ethereal.
"Ah,
Yeah,
he's-
Feeling
He's a
this,
threat.
I'll be like, hey girls, now you see it? And I like spin it in my palm, and as it like rotates in my arm,
He
and
cuts
like,
his hand off.
now you don't.
Loses his thumb.
No, you can even make a dexterity check to do something that cool.
Yeah.
No, he is now
Yeah,
much more aware of the sword.
That's
yeah.
cool.
So we now
He's
definitely
now
know.
just that cool.
We
He's
now
just-
knew that there's something with that sword now. That's cool. That's awesome.
It's been gone for a little while, so.
So it's pretty ancient.
I wouldn't necessarily say ancient, but it's been gone for probably last like 20 or so years after the previous owner, from my knowledge, died.
Who's the previous owner?
Some is like roaming around through pages. So like nobody. God, where is that? And we'll tell you. D4 Nave.
D4? Can you spell it?
THEFIRNAEV.
For Sutherland.
B-E?
Previous
V
owner.
as in Victor.
D for Nave.
What else was in this shop?
Lots of stuff. Some books, some items, some like scrolls, some parchments and stuff like that.
Is there a general direction that seems to be more appealing?
For as in terms of what's like steal to use,
Just like-
to look at.
I guess calling my attention. Like, I'm hoping that my dad is influencing what I'm looking for.
You look around, and nothing seems to call your attention. You, as someone who has a very well trained eye, would know that these are kind of the like display pieces, the things that kind of get people interested, but not necessarily like anything like really good is not going to be kept up here. It's going to be stuff that needs to be talked about and make sure it's not going to find itself into sticky hands. Which honestly, you're not surprised given that the revelry that happened last night. There's some shit heads around and
What?
uh,
Not a most house.
I did want to ask Jamie's, you thought it might take a while to figure this out. How long do you think it might take?
I'll need to go and talk to some people to see if they have any books or have heard of this particular configuration to see if they can give some sort of insight into that. So probably a couple of weeks before I can make it back to this specific area with possibly an answer.
Okay.
Do you have means of contacting us? Or us means of contacting them?
I unfortunately do not have that particular capability. But
We have a couple scrolls you two got.
I'm not gonna give away my scroll.
Yeah.
It was a gift. I may not trust him, but I'm not going to give away my gift.
But I'm pretty sure we can find some way to get a hold of each other if the time is necessary. I do know some people who do have that ability and can probably make that happen.
So, do you have any things that looks like the medallion? Like similar?
I do not. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Mostly in books. A few like walls, you know, the glyphs on walls and stuff like that. But not individually like a medallion like that. That is unusual.
Is how ancient are these symbols?
We're talking like thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
Thousands, yes.
All right. And thinking that it's rituals or anything else that you think that I might need to know about these, or would they be dangerous?
We need to know what the ritual's for. The ritual could be harmless. It could be something that's really powerful. So wrong hands, you know, evil. Right hands, good, kind of thing. You know, magic as a whole is not really evil or good. It's just so. But it could also be some like benign symbol.
Yes.
I found many things that look promising and then literally do nothing. Or at least from what I can tell, do nothing. Like I said, we need to figure out what the intent is behind it before I can determine what it is and whether it's problematic or not.
Okay.
I was like, do we want this person?
When you're patron of this claim, you never know.
I think I get to. No, I don't think I do that. I can ask them for stuff later. Yes. I've not seen why I'd have a problem with that. I don't think anything's wrong.
No.
I mean, fair
everything,
enough.
but
Cass doesn't believe anything wrong can happen from this.
well,
I mean, fair enough.
Cass doesn't. Cass thinks this is kind of a great thing. I was helped by this person, and this person came to me in times of note. So Cass does not think this is a bad thing. Rebecca, on the other hand, like, fuck yeah, she's gonna die or kill her people. Who knows? But
Shops around.
Yes. So this is like a whole like, kind of market type area. It's kind of like the same as like the other flotilla, where like you could pretty much find your basics anything. Some things maybe come to go if it's more unique, but you're gonna find a food cart, some basic supplies, most likely some sort of armory or forge, blacksmith.
I thought you said flashbangs.
Flashbang.
But yeah, so you can definitely find other vendors. If you're looking for something really unique, then
Does she have any potions? Do you have any potions or any?
I do have a couple, not very many. They're not usually my strong suit. But let's see here. I'm gonna start rummaging around and comes up and goes, "Ha! Blue one. I got a potion of cold resistance." And puts it down. Then starts rummaging around. And pulls up. Ha!
Okay.
Potion of air breathing.
Ooh. How much is the one for air breathing?
100 gold.
Okay. I would. Do you have more than one, or just the one?
I think I only have one.
Okay.
Kind of looks around a little bit more.
And
breathing?
Yeah, in case she gets
Space.
stripped out.
That's
into
you
the
already
astral
breathe there?
plane.
Isn't that the bubble head?
I think so, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like the bubble head or whatever it is.
This
So you
one
can
will,
breathe in space.
So this potion will actually like make it so like you can breathe like normally wherever you're at. So like no matter what the toxin like whatever the case may be. Versus the bubble head that will then allow you to because I believe that's the spell.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But
So,
none of us
yeah,
are
so
right
this one will
people
just
for
be
it, except for Chi-Chi.
Chichi's the only one that can absolutely learn it.
Learn it, yes, yeah. And now Chi-Chi's not doing that. How much is the cold resistance?
I don't know places that are very cold, so 50 gold.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
I've
take
had it for a
gold.
while. So
And do I own anything for looking into?
no, I'm very curious now. So if I need to grab something specific for you, like bring back stuff, then we can talk about race or whatnot. But if I'm just really looking for information that I'm also curious about now because I haven't seen one of those before, then no.
Okay. Well, I will take the air breathing and the cold resistance as well.
I'm always in the market for some new armor. Do you have anything in stock?
No, not really. Not armor that would be beneficial. It's mostly like ceremonial, like cause it's artifacts. It's mostly ceremonial and stuff like that. That will probably actually hurt you more than help you. So I don't think that's gonna be what you want.
Do you have someone you trust in this market who might have something? I mean, you've seen what I apparently carry around, and now the people I work with. So
Yeah, I don't know if he's here right now. Cause there's obviously Ares. He's the regular blacksmith, but he just mostly works with basic stuff. So nothing magical or anything like that. But we can pretty much come up with any kind of basic armor. But Drogo has the magical armor. He's the one who will enchant stuff. But he pops around periodically, and I haven't yet wandered around to see if he has arrived or not.
I pegged this person as a historian.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yes.
So, I want to look at their on display books.
Okay.
And see what they have.
So they have mostly it is like histories of this country or that country or the discovery of they're the mostly kind of like Barnes, like the displays on Barnes and Noble, not like the rare items or stuff like that. But
And I can assume that they've read these books before they sold them.
Yeah.
So, if I look for my country, it would be there.
Yes.
And I can flip through the book, see if I can find my parents.
Yes.
So they would know of them.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just note that.
Okay.
I guess follow up then would just be more information. If you, I mean, I'm willing to help pay since you're giving me so much help here. Thief or knave? I want to make sure because I literally found, this in a tomb. I mean, it was on the job.
That
So-
would be probably why it's been missing.
Right. So that's what I'm wondering. Who was thief or knave?
I don't know
Is
much
there?
about him. I know that specific sword first made an appearance in Alexandria, but I don't know how it came about. It just kind of came like this sword that like heroes would use or whatnot, kind of thing. That's kind of like it's just there, but it will like disappear for a handful of years, usually after whoever had it dies, usually some sort of combat, or mysteriously, because sometimes you don't always know that they're dead or just no longer around.
Is
And
BB
so-
still around? Are you still around in the marketplace? Or have you gone
You spent
back
like
to
4 hours looking for
I
it.
don't know.
The-
I'm somewhere looking for gobo fruit or what. A
I'm
finished
gonna-
crosscut, too.
But yeah, no, nothing.
after?
Nothing more specific than like would need to do more research to look into who they are, where it came from, who came before that, and honestly, I don't even know why it appeared in the first place. Like, what was it? Something granted by God? Was it something granted by like a magician?
I mean, hell, I'm more curious about why it looks like a rusty piece of metal before you
Yeah.
found it.
I do not know that either. I do know sometimes that will happen if they're trying to hide their worth, like someone's trying to hide a sword's worth. But I'm not sure who would be trying to hide that sword. But I will do some working now.
Next time I see you, we'll have another
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll go try to look around, just
Okay.
walk around, asking for Drago or Drago's affiliates.
Cool. Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna
And
let
then, what do you two do?
I'm gonna let Zin know that I went to go find BB.
Fuck yeah! Nat 20!
That's fine.
I just want to
Okay,
know what BB
um,
Looking for gobo fruit.
You do not find him because he's not here at the moment, but you do know that in a week's time he's planned to be here at this specific location, and then after that it's going to be another week, in which case he'll then be at the Dragon Breath Flotilla, which is the main one that y'all go to get your stuff. So,
So,
in about 1 week here, I don't remember what I call this flotilla. Next week, I think it's like the Astral Belt Flotilla or whatever. A week after that, it will be at the Dragon Breath one.
so 2 weeks until.
Dragon
until
Okay, so you find BB, who is busy trying to find his fruit, which you eventually find. Just takes a while, slightly distracted by everything, and obviously, and somewhat bored by all the conversations. So you became more easily distracted by everything else because it's not the conversation about money.
Nice.
I just
Okay, cool.
wanted to get out of there.
Any other stuff for either today or the next couple of days while you wait for the boat?
I'd like to at least try to contact my patron at least once. Probably like when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Okay.
To tell him what I found
What
out.
are you gonna do to try to contact them?
I'm going to, as I'm trying to go to sleep, to kind of meditate on his calling to him, and then just trying to think about. Normally, kind of like I'm just kind of looking at like something serene or something good, safe place where I'm trying to think about him. Just like have good news is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It's not gonna work.
No response. You
No
kind
response.
of get like a busy signal.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
cool. So if there is nothing else for those 3 days that you're waiting for the ship to be repaired,
Are you going to tell us about this Drogo guy possibly coming in like a week?
I was gonna say, so
Because I'm
Yeah.
also interested in
I'm
like.
passing around like, okay, we have 3 days, and then 4 more days that we have to wait and loiter. They'll magical armor will come here, or we can wait 2 weeks and plan it back at the main Dragon Breath Flotilla. So that is something to consider.
Yeah, and you already know that in a couple weeks I need to get back with Dreamy as well, because you were in there when she said
Yeah.
that she would be back with some news for that too. So I do know at least when we come back around
Do
this
we
area.
know
in a
how
couple
long they're
weeks.
gonna be here?
Man, we have 4 days to kill before the magical armor will be back at the party flotilla.
after your ship's ready to
After,
yes.
so that's
yes.
4 days. So
Do
we
you
can
think-
go do the job
I think so.
and then come back.
I agree.
So you do know the job is a couple days away travel to get to the moon. Because you're
to
like
get
on your
there.
way there.
Okay.
But you would imagine that unless it takes you several days to complete the job, you would be able to come back to the Dragon Breath Flotilla, the other one, well within enough time to give you to meet up with the Drogo.
I think that's the best plan then. If we go do the job, Dragon Breath,
Yeah.
we get paid, and then we need the armor.
I like that idea. Because I mean, I'm sure lots of people
Right.
like to look at armor too as well.
Yeah.
See if they have. I mean, well,
I
we
guess
have money.
I'm more interested in weaponry because I can't wear armor.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but
I
it
can
could be.
wear armor.
Yeah. I can wear armor.
Armor's good.
Yeah, I can wear armor as well too. So,
Okay.
so I say.
I just restock my cigars.
Easy enough.
I make sure that I
Mark
have.
off 1 silver for your script.
I would like to make sure that I have something to knit on the way there too as well.
Easy enough.
Because I already have my some new supplies. I just need some
1
more.
silver off here for your
Excellent,
for
perfect.
whatever supplies you need. To
How
make.
much, how much was my my crate of gobo fruit?
How much you gonna buy?
A crate of gobo fruit?
We'll say
Not nearly as much as we did last time.
I don't remember what it is. A gold for the crate. And
Okay, a gold.
you got like 40 gobo fruits in that crate.
I'm going to wander around and offer protection services from my deity while I am here, while we're wasting time.
So he's
For
like
free,
Salvation
or are you
Army.
trying
like-
to- Okay, yeah. You find some people who are like, okay, weirdo, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Doesn't hurt.
So you get protection. What are you doing?
Whatever they need. If they need somebody to like walk with them to make sure they can get home safe or whatever.
I like this.
Services.
Protection services.
I like this.
And while I'm protecting them, I'm going to proselytize the awesomeness of Helm and
Nice.
try and get
Nice.
some more combat.
Nice. Awesome.
I think BB would like to ask around about his wizard and what's his face. What the fuck was that guy's name? It's been so long that we met.
Oh, Aldrich? The dwarf?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Make an investigation check. With disadvantage.
Turn off the crack again.
Let's see. Investigation.
Oh,
check.
this is his.
His master and
Whoa! This has been a while.
I know.
We were in there last time this happened.
That's gonna be a non-natural one.
That is true. We were in school last time. We did this.
You ask around, but no one has heard of either one of them. And honestly, you're not quite smart enough to know whether it's because you're using one of the number of nicknames that your master goes by, or if it's because you're asking wrong people, or if it's because it's just you're in a weird spot that just no one has come across them.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work out.
Oh, I know how you feel.
But no.
Hatred. Yeah, like I just want to know what's going on there.
Okay. If there is nothing else, so you know it's a 2-day trip. How do you want to, on your travel, basically, who's helming what, who's doing what, who's sleeping when?
I do ask Tora if she wants to try at least once we get out of here to some of the areas that are free. If you want to try, do a little bit of spell jamming or not to try it out.
Yeah.
You can just take a small little tiny stint.
Bronzebeard would like to just be on watch with his sweet.
Might as well.
You don't have to. But
Space clowns ahead.
I think the more of us that can, the
it's
better.
better. Yeah, it's way better.
Okay, so
Here,
what's on it is not necessarily what's on your ship. It's something that I was able to print off at the appropriate size. So here are your 2 different floors.
this is beautiful.
Look at those bunks.
So how do you want to do your shifts? 2 shifts, 3 shifts, 4 shifts?
I want to spell jam for a little while, and then I want to take a watch break. Or whatever.
Spell jamming.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if you guys want to change up how the rooms are set up, you guys can obviously do. So like I said, this was something that was. So like I said, let me know. So we're gonna do something random encounters.
Which one is the captain's quarters? The big one?
It's the bigger
Oh,
one.
the big one.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably this one.
It's Captain's quarters.
This is the medical bay.
Medical bays where?
With the other bed.
Oh.
Where I'm sleeping.
Or is that the first?
You don't even fit in that room.
I'm just gonna say like I'm gonna I know you're an officer, but that is the first mate. So yeah.
Sword would not like you to leave her at the helm by herself.
Oh, I'm not going to. Yeah.
So, like I said, so
I was just playing in my room
how
for
do you
all to
want to
see.
do
I will not
your
be.
shifts? Like I said, do you want in one day? How would you like to do like?
I think 3 shifts allows, so no one gets overly tired.
And
Tor's gonna take the first hour of my. We're gonna undock
so for
and
the
leave. And leave.
first shift, where is everyone at for your first? So this is the morning shift, or
Okay.
let's say afternoon shift.
Okay.
Bronzebeard's
After
on
afternoon
watch.
shift,
She's
Yeah.
gonna get us
I'm just hanging out.
of the port.
Yeah. So
What?
I take us
Okay.
out of the port, and then once we're kind of clear,
Put me in crew quarters. I'm sleeping because I'm gonna probably take a later shift.
cool, because you were mending. That is true. The rest of us were kind of having fun.
Cool. So yeah. So place
So-
yourselves wherever you're at for your
so
first shift.
for the first
midday.
shift, so have we already undocked?
Yeah, so you're
Okay.
now on your way on out.
He's outside the ship.
Like,
in,
on the boat.
in the.
So I am in here with her just because she's only going to be there for maybe about an hour while she's training. And then and after that I'll take the rest of the shift. And that way you can do whatever you need to do or watch or whatever, but you are not going to be by yourself. I will be with you.
Shall we
Oh,
load
I see.
our
I'm in
ballista?
There you go.
Inside of the boat.
Yeah, so before we left, are we kind of loading stuff so we're ready just in case something happens, or are we
Just
just like
know
That's my that's my gobo fruit
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
what is our?
probably can't be
Some things can be loaded, but in terms of like it'd just be like the first part of it, because obviously a lot of these are like if you load it too much, you're gonna the tension's gonna eventually loosen and you're gonna have harder times. So
Okay, so
you can have things kind of around it, but
okay,
unless
so we
you
have
know,
stuff near it ready to go
Yeah.
when we need to, but we still will have to load stuff. And then okay, cool. I was just gonna say
I figured these two can sleep because they can be like a night shift or whatever.
Yeah. night shift, and then you were mending, so you're probably
Okay.
tired too as well.
One of
Well,
us
it's-
spell
Oh, and then
Upright
you're also
protection.
yeah, also awesome.
whichever one wants to do it, we'll roll me a d20. Just a d20.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you've been rolling great. Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to roll instead?
No, it's too late now.
It's already
It's in her hand.
in motion.
It is already in motion.
It's an 18.
Boom. There we go.
So you
Maybe.
Coming
sail
close.
out, and you actually find yourself feeling really good about how you're going. And end up actually being on there for more than an hour, not too much more than an hour, but you're feeling really good about this. And you just kind of go out, and it's just a nice, clear, smooth sailing, no issues for you guys as you go out for this first 8-hour shift. So, second shift. This would be the next set of 8 hours
wanna
essentially
be
for whoever is doing what and whatnot.
Okay.
Who's sleeping?
Where do you
who's
wanna be?
doing- Who's running
I
the
want to
ship?
be up.
Yep. Okay.
I'll
So this would be evening time. This would be the evening ones. This would be like graveyard. So I would we'll say it's like 10 to whatever.
So you should probably be sleeping.
So I'm used to that.
Yeah.
So
Probably.
So it's-
yeah.
I imagine these guys are probably out and
Where do you
about,
wanna
and
I'm
then
probably on the deck.
On the deck. Do you need to be sleeping?
okay.
Or do you need to be?
He's spelled.
I know, but he was out on the deck before, so.
So do you guys, since also
Sleep
this is the
after.
night one, do you want more people sleeping so that during the day you have?
Probably.
Okay, so we'll
Probably.
say this is kind of what we're looking at. So Spelljammer, roll a die.
7.
7. So as you are going out, you do see some asteroids out, but they're not a problem for you. You usually travel through and just kind of going. Warburton, you see a gorgeous shooting star off into the distance, but it is an uneventful shift.
No one wants
Okay,
to sleep with the
morning
smell of
shift.
cake.
Cool.
Third shift.
Third
Look.
shift. Okay, so.
put me back on the front.
I, hate,
Alright,
I don't like
so
Perfect.
I'll
Okay.
just
Well,
leave one over there. Then.
So then I'll say probably, you haven't slept yet, right? So
Me?
we'll say,
He just.
Oh.
He just did.
oh, you just did? Okay, so we'll say the morning shift, everyone except for you are awake. So roll away.
8.
So as you go, you guys see,
Wow.
That's not good.
see the astral, or the space whales. Big, massive. They're twice the size of your ships. But you stay well clear of them as they go around.
Bronzebeard starts sharpening a harpoon he found.
I see this. Trying to knock
Yeah.
you over.
Right, you suddenly do like a 360 to try to throw them off, and
Everyone falls.
Yes.
but it is a fairly smooth sailing ship. You do find yourself going a little out of the way because of the whale, so it's going to take you as like an hour or two to your like travel time. Like it's not like a huge amount, but you do find yourself, not taking any chances with a beast that could
He's waving at the
bite you in
wall.
one bite. So okay, now for the afternoon shift.
I don't know why we're worried about them. They're so
Where you
small.
going,
Right.
Going
Okay,
to
so if I
bed.
remember correctly, these two are in bed.
But this is not the overnight shift. This is the.
This is
wanna
the
do
afternoon
one
shift.
shift?
So this
That
is
one.
shift number
Okay.
1, essentially for the day.
And then
kind
you
of,
are up. What do you want to do?
So
Hanging out on the front deck.
Okay. All right.
I'll stay on watch for another shift and then sleep at night.
okay, cool. So you guys are roll.
All right. Okay. Let's see.
Go about
18.
18. So yeah, so smooth sailing. You work out some, do some simulation drills with your new crew to kind of get everything. Since you have a lot of people awake right now, just kind of get the groove. Try and make sure you go. Delaney does talk to you about how these are now set up on one continuous track that goes here, and that it will get you kind of pretty much from here all the way around coverage, and you have the ability to have basically both of them on either side. Logistically speaking, it will mean one extra aiming action if you go from one side to the other side with a. Exactly, yes. So if they're on the same side, it's still the 3 actions, but if you go, I want this one over here, it's going to take one additional action to move it over here, and then your original 3 actions. So we'll show you that stuff, but
And it isn't on.
and that
What
one is
one
on a swivel. It is disadvantaged for if it's directly behind, but it has a 360 swivel capabilities. You just have a higher chance of hitting your own ship if you go across the back
Right.
of it all.
That
That
makes
makes
sense.
Be on the you got it
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
between the masts.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but it is now. But
But
yeah,
that's
so
what-
they show you kind of how it looks and whatnot to do it, and because that one is like just like on like a rotating plate, there's no additional actions required for it.
Because you're just pivoting. You're
Exactly.
not extra moving.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh.
We have,
Okay.
We have a lot at home.
Second, so this would be the graveyard shift.
Okay, so. I am asleep.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, towards
Okay.
sleeping.
So we're sleeping. Oh,
They're
shit.
chatting.
Right, they're doing their stuff, and then, Caste, you fall asleep, and
Uh-oh.
you are trying to not actually. Are you trying to talk to your patient? or no?
Yes, I would like
Okay.
to try almost every
Okay.
night trying to talk
So-
to my patron.
You fall asleep being like, I just really want to talk to you. Got some stuff. And you wake up, and you find yourself entering into a cave. And you're walking forward, and you see a large cavern in front of you. And in the middle of the cavern is a huge sarcophagus. It's gigantic. It's very plain looking. And you see 6 pedestals circled around the sarcophagus. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk towards it.
Okay, so you start walking towards the sarcophagus.
Mhm.
So you walk towards it, and it's like obsidian, like completely black. It looks like it just literally someone was just like right into like the ground, like just cut it right on out. It's just right there, and it just looks like a block. Just like you're not even sure if it's a sarcophagus, but it kind of feels like it is. But you're not really sure based off looking at it. Maybe not.
So I'm right next to it right now.
Yes.
I'd like to. Yeah, I know exactly.
6 pedestals.
6 pedestals. So I would like to see maybe can I see anything that's engraved either on the sarcophagus or the pedestal?
So you don't see anything on the sarcophagus. It's completely untouched. Like
Okay.
honestly, you don't even see like a seam, which is why it makes you question if it's a sarcophagus. Because it's completely smooth, untouched, like obsidian. That's just like sitting right there. And so you move over to one of the pedestals, and you look, and it's the same symbol as the water symbol, the medallion that you have, or had.
Yes.
And you can see that the pedestal is just like maybe like waist high, not super big, but there's a recess on the top of it that looks about the size of a medallion. Yeah. And you find yourself in your dream with the medallion on you.
Okay. I'm gonna put the medallion in.
So you put the medallion on the pedestal, and you wake up to someone stabbing you.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
You come to this smoky, hard to see green thing standing or black item standing over you. She's doing a claw attack.
Would I know?
I do have a +2 now.
As a spelljammer, would I know or like? Because I have like almost what? See everything on the ship. Do I see this happening?
In one moment, though.
Yeah.
Just give a stats of this monster.
We need to find out a history first because at the moment it doesn't matter whether you see it, it's gonna stab you.
Fair.
Okay, so since you don't have your armor What is your dex?
Oh, my deck. Real life people.
Fully clothed.
I was gonna say, you get an exhaustion point for sleeping in
Yeah,
armor.
I
So
know.
that's
Okay,
like-
so dex. Are you just asking like the total or like?
basically, what's your unarmored defense, which I believe is your dex plus, or it's either your dex or your constitution.
So it's gonna be my dex because it's only 12 because I get a plus
Okay.
1 to it, so it's only 13 plus the 2, so it's just 12.
Just 12. Okay, so my
Sorry, I just wanted to see what the plus that you're looking for is the other.
Yeah.
So.
So it goes on in and just
I look like I'm in armor.
take 8 piercing damage as it just claws you into a wakefulness. And does it have? It does have multi-attack.
Oh my god.
Does somebody scream out in pain when this happens?
Unfortunately, the second one misses.
Okay.
And then you would be aware of it after, like, as soon as, like I think it pops up and just, and since you're kind of just like aware of what's going on, you have to focus on something, because obviously there's a lot happening in the other ship.
I know.
But
It's
you
like,
would be able to become aware of it. And
I would at least believe that I should be able to. Oh, can I do a reaction?
you can't do a reaction.
Hell, it should be.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much what I think I am going to do.
okay, so I'm queuing at this time. Does like the Spelljammer have like a, I don't know, a ship PA system or something? I can't remember
I can't remember
if
how
there
to
was
say
a
that.
way
You
to
start
like.
going whoop whoop with your.
Do you got
General quarters,
dramaturgy?
general quarters.
No, I gotta remember what Hell's Rebuke is now. Come on. I haven't done it before.
It should be at the bottom.
Is it at the
I
bottom?
don't know.
Hell's Rebuke, right here. Okay. So I'm gonna use it. Let's see. It is at second level. So first reaction, you take a responsibility damage with a creature within 60 feet of you. Obviously, the nature is. Point your finger at the creature that is damaging and momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
A 15.
Yeah, it has to save it on a 15.
Oh, I rolled a natural 19, so yeah, it saves.
It saves, but it will take half as much damage on successful. So it's 2d10. Alright, I'm gonna take half. And that is, 19. So it's 19, so then we're looking at 9. It's not too bad.
Hell yeah, 9
Almost
damage.
a full each one. So.
And that's where we're going in tonight.
I do scream out as I do that. I'm
I
like,
was gonna say.
I'm like, yes, as I do, like, hellish rebuke, I point my finger at the creature, I'm like, hey, and I'm like, ah!
Somebody help me.